Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending upon Usai you they join me from. Fumble them, for say boku thank you to the one that we don't join already. My name na Abdul Karim Kagbo, the founder and CEO of VOS Network. Fumble them today, plenty thing can talk about. They say the news altern and negative things, them not the news and things like that. But I want to follow we do something slightly different. And some people in the way, yes, they get doubt over the development in a Salone. So we get some exciting news, and I want to say thank you to the president and the entire team for where they work relentlessly for make Salone go before. So we get, even though with the program, as the program they go along, we go through we own analysis, but I want to let we all take part in this. So waiting at the topic we want to let we discuss. Let we talk about the latest news on foreign direct investment na Salone. The bookman and call them FDI, foreign direct investment. We all they talk about, we all they read the government they talk about foreign investment, foreign investment, foreign investment. So we get two particular one we want for reference, and let we able bring them to people's attention, waiting they go on. And the first one na Chris Albert, where he get Salone connection, he get one parent when a Sierra Leonean, he signed a memorandum of understanding with the government. But the detail we will talk about that. The other one, now one Turkish group, like investment group, invest na Salone, we now boku money on the rice production. And then they save the investments now 275 million, and then sign an agreement with the government for then they farm into rice business now Salone. So that company they do a Salone, and then therefore export them. So then they in turn, if everything goes well, go increase the export earning of Salone, because now they do the farming. So even though now private company, but for the fact say on a member the last several times I don't tell on the definition of GDP. So now not to just the government, which the government they do, but anything where they make na Salone, that thing the way they make na Salone, that money the way they generate, all they be part of Salone economy when are the gross domestic product. Now that's not the wider measure of the economic activities now the country. So this Turkish investment about $275 million worth of investment na Salone. So in SEF I will talk about the detail on that. I will read an article and I will go detail into the article. I will just read the portion where we go able to understand. So let we go able, because now two articles them I want to we look at. So we will just go just for let people understand the story, and then we will open the phone line, let people think about, let people share their own thoughts. If even then get reservation or now something for applaud, whatever your reaction be, let we talk about them, let we share them, so that way if now caution you get, it will reach to the government, and then they will take that warning day seriously, or that concern day seriously. And again, if not for tell the government kudos, because not all tell we need for bash them. If not for tell the government kudos and assure them, say yes, with the Sierra Leoneans them, we they support them, and they're on the right track for let we see some of them things here they come for benefit, or they develop. So now some of them things then they, but the other thing we for let we lighten the moment we I get for we Salone people them. I don't know how most of una they follow football na Salone football, even though na they na the diaspora. Yesterday when a Sunday, Salone played Liberia back. But this is not different competition. We know say yes, then kick way out of the World Cup qualifying. We go to the next stage, but now Liberia go to the next stage of the World Cup qualifying. But we play yesterday, and the cup where we play them, now Wafu Cup, waiting at Wafu, now West African Football Union Cup, where they play every year. So, and a knockout stage, it's now about 8 teams. So, you play, they knock you out, and the game then play on Senegal. So, again, for that, we able to take courage. The pull them pull we, even though we beat them na Salone, but yet on aggregate level, then pull we. But now we don't go meet up now, let we say, na Fitiai corner. We not to Liberia, not to inside Liberia, not to inside Salone. Then then a kind of what we go say battleground, like we mama no day, papa no day, fans the no day, we go say na home advantage and stuff like that. Even though we see some Salone fans them, but it's so exciting for where we beat them. That shows say Leone Stars, given that we don't beat them within a few months, 2 term, so that means now luck be there on their side with them beats now the young country. But this detail we say Salone team probably stronger than Liberian team. So, but for let we relax and let we able get opportunity for share, let we show the game. But before we show the game, fumble them. One other thing we disturb me, because I don't want after the game we're now all excited and I talk about this disturbing news. The disturbing news, according to what we go through the research for no news then for the cover and things like that, we discover say, I don't know if you have been member during Umaru Fofana in a report about that game where we play na Salone, Leone Stars versus Lone Star, we in Liberia. So Salone versus Liberia, where people entire for attack the captain for we miss a penalty where Red Cross rescue him, and the angry fans them end up for broke the glass of the Red Cross vehicle and damage him. So the head of the Red Cross na Salone don't take measure now, but the measure where it take is sack the boss will be there in authority. It say not tell him according to the report, not tell the boss for like then send people them na stadium. But the boss in the one way do the posting in deny, it say it be get authorization for send people them na the stadium. And waiting happen now, people the workers, the volunteers, they walk off the job because they say the overall boss sack that person there. And the sack way sack him, the thing will make them vex, the boss, the overall boss, in concern more about the ambulance where then destroy. Not show concern about the people them were injured, the volunteers them we rescue somebody, and in the process they wound them. And according to the report, they say even visit them at the hospital where then carry them go for treatment. So Fambulem, again, I don't want to dive too deep into that story there, but I just want for Leona know the disturbing thing that that country there, where for some reason people do not take life, make anything, then take property past life, and then is something we're very disturbing. And I want for like una just relax now, and maybe I go pull that article there and just show now quickly. Read maybe the first paragraph, let una get and for sand, say and really make up stuff. Just they read within some of the research them we do, and one for bring una the news them as we get them. But for today, the focus for be the latest news on the foreign direct investment at Salone. So Fambulem, let us show now Salone Liberia game, not to the whole game, now just the highlight. We now about 4 minutes and some seconds. But now relax as Sierra Leoneans and let we cheer for we country and let we see how we bobode really was Liberia. And even though now we sister there, now we sister country, but guess what? We so excited that we tell them say Salone stronger and Salone better at football past them. Alright, fumble them, let we watch the highlight and I go come back and continue with the story of the day. Again, I want to say boku thank you for now we don't join and we'll come right back after this exciting match. We will just show highlights.
They may be neighbors but not friends on the pitch. This is Liberia and Sierra Leone, the WAFU Cup of Nations here in Senegal. Now they move again. Samudia Emmanuel, the left back, and he's trying to make sure that he gets the ball into the rightful place and sends it into the box now. Has to go down and gets the crossbar, comes back into play, but it's been hacked wide. The centre forward has been working hard. Kamara Musa, he can't just believe this one. That is absolutely a big miss there for Kamara Musa.
After the header of his partner, he was really inspired to shoot the ball.
The delivery here, and of course it comes in. But again, it's a side post that comes into the save. Sierra Leone nearly was becoming a bit of a nightmare there for Sierra Leone. Yeah. And just look at it again. Ooh, two players just clutching on each other. They couldn't really communicate well. Just 5 minutes away in the first half, and it was a very clear cut opportunity. That should have been a goal here, but this time it has to be. And that is the tormentor. He's been tormenting Liberia, and now he finds the back of the net.
He was he reacted well, you know, trying to have, you know, to work on the Liberian mistakes, you know, here. And it's worth dancing and it's worth celebrating this game. And this goal was really expected, you know, from the Salone team, since they really showed skills. Look at the long pass, no need to deviate the ball, and now Sofiane could just strike, shoot the ball, and deceive Alpha Diallo's attention.
Well, that's the tormentor. Just like Bubbly Swagger, he would always find his targets, no matter the yards. And so it is the floodlight.
Yeah.
Just going off now.
Lighting issues.
Game still on the pitch here. So a bit of a hold up here as the referees begin to look for some bit of solutions there. There will be some technical development on the floodlight, and we're looking for some decisions there to come in. And so game will be halted.
Yeah, for sure.
Until the situation is well rectified.
It's worth holding the game.
Tell you what, back in 2017, similar situations happened in Cape Coast, and ultimately we are in the dark here at the Chess Stadium.
Yeah.
Did play him inform the player he was expecting to be the main man, and so this is where we are starting the game. There was a goal kick there before the lights went out. The best player in the Liberian League, Portis. A very poor play. And Portis gets to have another opportunity to get a team in. And so it's going to be this one. Has to be pushed away for a corner kick. But that's a lovely goalkeeping there for Alpha. Well, Kamara Mohammed. It was Portis with this lovely sublime pass and was able to find Daniel Paye. But it's still going to be Liberia with a handball situation in the penalty box. Lovely play there from Portis. Dukuli on the left-hand side. Looks to get this ball in here for Wari Barry. Wari gets it. Barry! Well saved by Mohamed Kamara. Nearly got them the equalizer goal. Wuribari, the teenager, signaling us that the game is going to end now, and Sierra Leone will pick up the point to move to the cup competition of the 2019 ESPN Waffle Cup of Nations.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN.
All right, fabulem. So one for say boku thank you to we Leone Stars bobo them, and they really make we feel so proud of them, and kudos to Salone and Liberia. We don't show now say yes, we definitely good persona, and we soccer talent more than una. So let me say kudos to we Salone team. Yes, I really want to say boku thank you to ESPN with what show the game. We'll not be able to show them because initially be supposed to be on Saturday, but then push them, and some people we they follow on a member where they be suspend, where FIFA be suspend we. So because of that, they be put Morocco, they be say let Morocco fill the gap. But where we don't get out of suspension, so then call Salone back. And I want to say again, kudos to the coach, because the notice, it came about 3 days before the match. Just imagine, 3 days before the match, they able set the players them all together, and we able go na Senegal and beat Liberia with all them preparation, where we not be even feel safe, we go take part. But because of the ban, FIFA don't lift the ban, and then in contact we say yes, we qualify for be part of the tournament, and we go to the tournament, and guess what? Voila, we able and when I see the goal. Actually, according to the commentator, Seth say Salone play past Liberia. So I want to say kudos to we reward them again. Yes, we need for give them a big kudos. So Fambulem, I hope say that they give a little bit of motivation for let we talk about the things them we really they go on in the country, and particularly where it come to the development of the country. But on a member where I start with a story where Red Cross. The Red Cross big man, I go say, it do something where I believe say Boku Sierra Leoneans them not go agree with the steps that we take. So I go just read small bit of that story they allow unable get them, and then I go welcome people them before we go into the topic proper, the topic of the day. So Fambul them, this not from Politico. We all know na Salone, and in fact Mohamed Fofana, Umaru Fofana sometimes can also reference them as in a part of Politico. As soon as Sinaya say the topic, the headline, Sierra Leone Red Cross in turmoil. So they showed some of the volunteers then but this is not the story, and one for say Boku thank you to Politico, and it say there is a thick cloud of discontent at the Sierra Leone Red Cross Society, that's SLRCS, following the removal from office of the Western Area Branch Manager Unisa Kiru. An investigation by Politico reveals that the situation has degenerated into a bitter row within the humanitarian organization, with many volunteers threatening to leave. Boku of the volunteers then said and go left. So following that match, angry football fans attacked the Red Cross after the infamous last-minute penalty miss by the Leone Stars captain Umaru Zengele Bangura that could have qualified the country to the next stage of the Football World Cup qualifiers. The attack left several Red Cross volunteers injured and one of their ambulances damaged after the irate fans alleged that the Red Crosses were whisking Zangale away, so meaning that they try for escape with away. So our sources say that following the attack, the Secretary General of SLRCS, so the Sierra Leone Red Cross Society, Pawuru Sandi, removed Keru from office and instituted an investigation as to how come Red Crosses were deployed at the stadium in the first place. Several attempts to get Sandi proved futile. Even a visit to the Red Cross office did not help. However, in a verified audio in the possession of Politico, Keru strenuously denies deploying at the stadium without authorization. It said he did get approval after it had been argued that the SLFA had agreed to pay the organization after the match because it was a weekend and banks were closed. So the money where the SLFA folks therefore pay the organization, they say they go pay them after the game because the game now be weekend and they say banks do not be open. But Mr. Keru, we na in at the head of that team, the manager na the Western Area branch, they making case and waiting in case. According to the Red Cross source who spoke on condition of anonymity, workers and volunteers are dismayed at the decision of the charity, accusing the leadership of concerning themselves more with the damage to the ambulance than the welfare of the injured volunteers. They even alleged that the management failed to visit the affected volunteers. So, and again, we'll just read this paragraph and read on a comment, written on a think. The SLRCS headquarters is situated at number 6 Liverpool Street in Freetown, just 3 minutes away from the Western Area office, which is at Pulteney Street. Politico made effort to get SLR, the Sierra Leone Red Cross Society, to comment on the matter, but was turned away with the excuse that there was no one available to talk. They wouldn't give any contact either for any of the society's officials who would be willing to talk. So this that I want to bring to our attention before we go again to the main topic of the night. But fumble them, where una look at that. But could people, including myself, be praise the Red Cross for lack they're able to try for escape with the captain? Just imagine, if then people will be angry, the fans them, then be get access to that guy there, who knows? Sometimes for be don't wound or even kill him. As one time where we know, say, Colombia, for example, football, where something kind of similar, fans them go attack the player and end up for kill him. You know. So this is something where we for really, without any reservation, condemn. And that Colombia story, I know say the term where some of una be small. Now something where we make round where FIFA end up for ban them, where some people then say they shoot them and whatnot, but people then be angry because of something similar, where they feel say they will get chance for go far. I think that time then will be even knockout stages. So this is not something, but the fact of the matter is, this Secretary General, for let he sack that man, because of, according to the allegation though, the workers them, the volunteers them, the where they say now because of the damage to the ambulance. And the Secretary General and the other big agbagba them, according to the volunteers them, not even go for visit the one that with their wound. The Red Cross people with their wound. So that's not something we I believe say really troubling. But let us go to on our comment before we start the program proper. Let I sort of read within on I don't say. I go say particular thank you to Umu Pine. Thank you so much for where you joined me tonight. And I want to say boku thank you to Alaji Jalo as well. Thank you so much for where you joined me. And Cyrus Eastman, thank you so much for where you joined me. And we own Memuna to Marion Barry Safa, thank you so much for where you joined me. And one for say, you say good evening CEO and the viewers family, thank you. And one for say boku thank you to Agnes. Thank you, Agnes Wulema to Bangura. Thank you so much for where you joined me. And Cyrus, they say, one goal, not be better thing, but Cyrus, beat na beat. Remember, beat na beat. So one goal, that is sufficient to get the 3 points. And a knockout stage, una go out. And then Aman, thank you, Aman Sakuruma, thank you so much for where you joined we. And Madam Memunatu Bari Safa, they say, way to go, Leone Stars, absolutely. And Cyrus, they continue to say, the Bobo the Salone able for win, but congrats and wish them all the best. Well, we have not told we top players them all be play, but for the fact say the name say Salone beats Liberia, I think so for give a pat now the back of Salone players them definitely. Or for say kudos to them. And again, I want to say boku thank you to Duty Mama. Thank you so much, Duty Man. Sorry. Thank you, Linesman, Duty Man, thank you. And one for say boku thank you to your own sister Janet Matamusa, thank you. It says you Lex Salone, bad one, absolutely. Great to see Salone whip Liberia. Well, I believe say you there in between. Go forgive you because you get half connection na Liberia and get half connection at Salone. So too bad. Me not able to share that kind complex relationship there as you, but you just get for be on the side we win. In this case, na Salone. So be on that side of Salone people away win. And I want to say boku thank you again to we brother George Kamara. Thank you so much. You say what was after 1994 World Cup? Okay, so you refer to the Colombia issue. Yes, the Escobar. Yes, now the guy we didn't kill. And thank you so much for that reminder day. And will you remind me of the name as well? Thank you so much, Brother George Kamara. So Fambulem, that's another thing. And that Red Cross, the Red Cross Secretary General, they really urge them for rethink in terms of the way they handle this. Because to me, Red Cross be very brave and then show say motorman force. Then protect the guy, and even though they damage the ambulance, but guess what? Now property then will fix them. Unlike if they be sit down there and something go wrong with that player. So that's not for be a pretty scene. And probably in the Secretary General, sometimes for even lost in job, if they be sit down there and say, oh, they not authorize them and all that, and then see danger they happen. But kudos to them all. So fumble them, today na lighter program, and even though now Boku people go say, well, waiting light about it, now something for cheer and stuff. But people are not used to that political tension and stuff. But no, we not always need for bring tension. Let we talk about things then where we all go definitely proud of. And we all go say, yes, kudos to Salone and kudos to the people away they run the country. Definitely proud of. So we want to say really thank you to we all. And again, as a reminder, Fambulem, they broadcast this on YouTube, Facebook, and the VOS app, and also the VOS website. So they broadcast all we areas them where we can broadcast. So if we not go to the app, we're not able to see that. And even for people that where they drive, we then just want to listen to the program, we're not able to tune in to VOS radio and then listen to the program live on the VOS radio. So if you not get the VOS radio, because the 10 working live broadcast with the broadcast and live and the radio go here as well. But if you not get them, we urge you for download the VOS radio, and then both Apple and iStore and also na Google Play. So we'll urge you now for download them. And let we go first to the story about Chris Albert. And for some of you now will be familiar, I believe, say at one point people will be asked, say, oh, the commitment where Chris Albert be do, waiting at the latest and things like that. So according to the story today, now New York, I go show now the detail, is sign a memorandum of understanding where even though the lawyers them go say it's not legally binding, but now sort of commitment and now something just like how they say memorandum of understanding should say, okay, we committed to this, but not legally binding, so you can back out of without other than for affect the relationship between him and the country, but you not get any legal implication if he back out of this deal. So we go show now the article and read them a little bit, so una go able get a sense of within we talk about. And like we begin we open the line right away, and then people can go call and give their own perspective. So fumble them, this na the headline. Again, I want to say boku thank you to Sierra Leone Telegraph now from them. And that other article will be read about the Red Cross now from Politico. So I just want to know say we can use different source them depending upon the program, the content of the article. So fumble them, this article now, as soon as see it show it is Albert signs MOU with government of Sierra Leone to develop Bonth Island. So this specifically now Bonth Island, this program or this memorandum of understanding they sign. And according to this article, now today article, and if you now see now the picture, very nice picture, and Chris Albert, and I get the white beard, and also that other gentleman, Insef, na a partner, and then the fair lady, na the president, one of the president people them, they put together things them, and now the other side, now we minister. So, but again, we will definitely see the article will able to tell you more. So, according to the article, say the government of Sierra Leone and Shabro Alliance partners. So, the Shabro Alliance partners, the other guy, a development company owned by film actor Idris Albert and Sierra Leonean entrepreneur. So, the other guy, now in the entrepreneur, Siaka Stevens. So I don't know if it related to the Stevens them, Sheki Stevens, but have today, 30th September 2019, announced the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, in New York to establish a strategic public-private partnership aimed at developing Shabro Island as a city and an economic powerhouse. So this again, thing will be done there in the works, and this signing a step forward. But we go sort of make people able to see the other side where some people they talk about, and we will talk about Akon as well, where it be sort of do similar thing, but yet we're not able to get any update on that. Again, like I say, the lawyers themselves go agree, say this one, legally binding. And I make this a memorandum of understanding. So not just understanding. And the article continue for say, Shabro Island is located on the southern coast of Sierra Leone and has tremendous tourism and fishing potential. And I believe say Boku Sierra Leoneans then go agree that Bonth Island area, a place where rich with resources. And it get nice beaches and place them where tourists then will be very attracted, and it gets attachment to slavery as well. So all that can attract tourism. And it's according to today's announcement, when developed, Shabro Island City will serve as an engine of economic growth for Sierra Leone and the surrounding West African region. And then the show part of it. And it continues to say, the statement says that operating under an investment and legal regime designed to attract and protect long-term investment, Shabro Island City will develop diversified services and manufacturing economy that create job opportunities for Sierra Leoneans and attract new capabilities to the region. The project will integrate efficient infrastructure with transparent and effective governance supported by the intelligence application of smart technology. So they talk about, say, then go use this method, then go part of it, go use smart technology, and also it will create jobs for the Salone economy. And it's leveraging the natural beauty, Shabro Island City's economy is expected to be initially driven by tourism, with projects developed and constructed with respect for the island's biodiversity. Ali pilot project for agricultural products and services and aquaculture farms are also under consideration, according to the announcement where they make today. So you see Naya, the president, and Idris Alber, with the Sheikhan, and also the presidential aide stand by. And I don't know that the man with the brown, though, in the brown suit. But it says, according to the statement released today, the government of Sierra Leone has entered into this partnership not only to accelerate economic development of the country, but also to give confidence to foreign investors that Sierra Leone is a prime investment destination. So this now something where beaucoup people, including myself, be done they say. Some of them things here where we they see them, it they help for let people really believe, say yes, Salone get plenty potential for business. And this, according to the statement, they emphasize on that as well. So commenting on the project, President Julius Maada Bio, who witnessed the signing ceremony, said, "We believe that Shabro Island City will be an economic engine for our country and neighbors. It will also demonstrate our ability to partner in a large-scale project with transparency and integrity and support us in rebranding our country." So fambul them na this na the thing where I be want for bring to our attention where it come to the development, the attraction of foreign investment. And again, we don't say severally for the fact say this man, it is Albert, he gets attachment to Salone, that's not a good thing. Because we always, the advocates now say, President Bio for engage Sierra Leoneans them. You get beaucoup Sierra Leoneans them where they get money, and you just need to give them the proper incentive for let them go invest. You get some people and they don't, some Sierra Leoneans them, we don't save plenty money now, where they just look for the right opportunity for go invest in the country. So then Seth can be somebody where people them we definitely go back na the country and do invest boku things them for push the economy go before. But about people them though me famble them, and before I comment quickly on this this particular story, I want to remind Una of Una member last year and the same similar program where President Bill go na the United Nations Assembly, General Assembly, where he go attend a meeting. The General Assembly meeting, that was the 73rd session. after that meeting day, we see several signing. We see one of which Clay Akon say he go light Salone, he go this, he go that, invest in a Salone and everything. We all cheer. But 1 year on, we don't hear anything. And past no more sometimes are not able to get hold of the information there, but they wanna correct me if I wrong now. Yeah. But to me, the best of my knowledge, I know hear any development in terms of the next step from Clay Akon. And some aspects they will say go give for free, and another talk about plenty other things they will want for do in terms of investment at the country. So the question now is similar signing as Chris Alba do, Clay Akon do am, but nothing will come out of it. So waiting be go wrong. We don't correct that situation. We probably cause for let Clay Akon back out, if at all he don't back out. So we don't fix their areas then there. So now Chris Albert, not to just the first time, he don't tell where that thing they be they go on. But now, okay, he don't sign a memorandum of understanding, and we for ask ourselves now, who side it go from here? It go really pursue him, and we get all the things that necessary for continue, like how the president say it go increase the confidence, and which if we follow through, and whatever incentive we give, we continue with that. Yes, it go give it go give investors then confidence, not only foreign investors. Even the local investors like me and you, where we go consider say we na Sierra Leoneans, even we as investors, for let we go na Salone and say this now we motherland, let we help the government, we invest, because as small as 10 people, you employ 10 people and save them people and they. Where you pay them, then get for go buy in a market, then get for go buy school books and other things then for them picking them, and decide whether they go buy, then self get for pay bills, then self get for add to the economy. So now so it they go, it they multiply. So let we not concentrate on say the investors then for be foreign investors then no more for attract another country there. Let them attract the Salone investors, the Sierra Leoneans them, we want to go invest. If even they're able to employ 5, 10, 15, 20 people them, guess what? Now employment opportunity for the people that we did it. It go push the economy go before. Imagine if, let we say, 100 Sierra Leoneans them, they end up for employ 20 people them. 100 Sierra Leoneans them. So when you multiply down there by 20, it simply now 2,000 jobs right there. So remember, and we get boku Sierra Leoneans them all over the world, and even the one that within at the country. Some of them need forget that confidence. Say yes. If they engage in them business, the government will give them proper incentive for let their business flourish. So to me, I'm glad this na kudos, and let we hear from una wetin una think, wetin una make of this particular story in terms of the investment na Salone. If this memorandum of understanding na something where this it is Alba now go back away from, as we see Clay Akon do, or it go really push before the government for do whatever necessary for make sure say the confidence where it get for sign this memorandum of understanding, that confidence they continue for build till it finish this project where it try for do so. So Fambulem, the phone lines they're open, and one for say boku thank you to we brother we join we, because as I been talk, few people that don't join we, and one for say plenty thank you to them for we then join we. One for say particular thank you to Leone Musa Kagbo. Thank you so much for where you join we. And one for say Boku thank you to Brother Arthur Tucker for where you join we. And the phone lines they're open, and if they call from the United States and we get with toll-free number where we go urge for call that number there, and let we talk about the waiting una think some of the reservations, if at all una get reservation on this, or if not for even encourage the government for let them continue for attract people them and give them confidence for kind of invest in the country, as this not to about any political party, APC, SLPP win and stuff. This not about the country. So we need for champion this, and una can call the toll-free number now 1-866-944-7722, and if you call from the UK now 44203-239 and 9581, and if you call from Australia, the number now 6+61 280 064 and if you know then are any of the regions, then you can still able reach VOS through we WhatsApp, and we WhatsApp number now one international number, but WhatsApp as soon as know as soon as get on data on a cable call this number. So now 1-343-997-5828. So I want to say boku thank you again to everybody who don't join we. While we wait for the call from them, let we go to the second story. So the second story, and again una can definitely interrupt me if una want to talk about any of them story here. Una can interrupt me about the Idris Alba and story, and for give kudos or whatever concern una get, for let we know. But the fact of the matter is, it don't sign a memorandum of understanding with the government for go help, go do a project, engage in a project where you go increase tourism and also go provide jobs for the people in that area there. And another thing though, we I really want for like we mention here, remember we all they complain about Freetown don't choke. Freetown to choke. So if we they get investment where they attract, place them outside of Freetown, to mean another way for decongest Freetown. Because if people here say, if you go na Bonth, now that Shabo Island city, you go find job, that new place where they are open, and that project, fishing and tourism and things like that, you go find job there, they pay you probably double compared to what they make na Salone. There's a high tendency say people and go move na that area there. Just like them place here, decide them where the economy they boom, you find out say people them they attracted to them place, then the population of them place then they can increase, and then they go reduce that congestion na Freetown. Because plenty people away there na Freetown go probably move na that place there for go get their antomot, for go make more money than waiting they go make na Freetown. So now one other advantage than the way a nice for we think about, we for give kudos to this kind of project. So Fambulem, the second thing where I want, the second project where I want for telling about, and again this now from the Sierra Leone Telegraph, wants for say boku thank you to them as they really they on top of the story. So this now the second story, and actually in about 2 days ago they published this, and the story say Turkish investors sign $275 million Sierra Leone rice farming deal. So this Sierra Leone rice farming deal, so specifically for cultivate rice or for grow rice in the country, and we all know say yes now staple food. So for the fact say we go able for attract this kind of investment, I believe saying a very good thing. So the picture as soon as they see now, the investors them they get a meeting with President Bill, and let we read the article. So according to the article, with the article now the 28th of 2 days ago, as I say. So the article said the government of Sierra Leone early this week signed a 275 million investment deal with the Turkish Salone Group for the resumption of large-scale Tomabum rice farming, which is expected to create more than 20,000 jobs in Sierra Leone. The key things them for really think about as I read. So one particular word they will use now say resumption of large-scale Tomabum rice farming. Resumption. So meaning that if we can you understand the language naya, that Tomabum boku of una bidon de yei bottom say, oh, we get large scale farming, na rice farming, na Tomabum. We don't the yei bottom, the government on the talk bottom and stuff. So this one now they say resumption, like they resume. So meaning from this, like say if we get hiccup, if we don't stock, if we don't stop, whatever word you use, but did they resume? Did they take them back? Like did they restart, if you will? Large-scale Tomabum rice farming. So that Tomabum rice farming, now done then they continue with on a in and get for revamp. So that's now I want for let una really think about. So let we go ahead. And the other thing is, say, according to the expectation, the forecast now projection, this will likely create about 20,000 jobs na Salone if they complete this process. And it continue for say, this will also alleviate food poverty in the country as well as increase export. So again, this not to the government engage in this. This a foreign company and a Turkish company, and they invest $275 million na Salone. And the project specifically that Tomabum rice farming project na in then go take up. So we then take that up like how we talked before, where them produce an a Salone. It go na the books them, the GDP books them, say na Salone economy. So even though it need to go all need to go na Salone government pocket, but because they do and in a Salone, anything where they make na the country, it be part of GDP. So even the service, goods and services made in the country, like the people that where they provide services, if even a foreigner them, as long as the service where they provide, whether they get money for, now inside Salone that they provide that service, it will be part of the Salone economy, the GDP. So that's not the other thing. So the second thing now is the rest where they plant. If then they really end up for be, waiting that they expect. Before they export them, then go get for then get for sell some na Salone. So waiting that get for mean, it get for mean say that exchange rate, that money, that import where they import rest. And remember, whether they import them, the people are where they buy from. Because now outside of the country, we need dollar for do that. But if they sell na the country, we don't need dollar for buy that rest in the country. So we go use Leones, and then they go put too much strain on with foreign exchange, because the big thing where we they eat, the big thing where they buy, where they spend, where the government they spend plenty money on, where Salone people and they spend plenty money on, that rest. if we begin by make the rest na Salone or plant the rest na Salone, and then we buy them na Salone, it help big time, because all the big word we can use, the markup cost them, like the half cost the way they can attach transportation from outside and go import them to Salone, all that they get for be part of the total cost, and that make it expensive. When you factor the exchange rate and you factor that transportation cost, all when they put that together, it will be heavy. And that make one of the main reason I go say the rest too expensive na Salone. But if them grow on a Salone, then sell on a Salone people then buy them, all the additional cost then they not get for day per the final price. And you find out say the price of rest go down. So when they get the connection, and if they make boku where then go able feed the people in a Salone, the people in a Salone then go buy enough where you know go shorting, the extra then go able now for go sell them to other country, other people them within other country. Not to just the Salone people them, because they don't go boku where Salone people them then get plenty we go able serve the country, the additional one them, the surplus law put and so go outside now for export them, then sell, even though not to Salone government, but because this company go they do their activities in Salone, so then go sell them, get foreign exchange rate, and that foreign exchange rate they get, so whatever thing they can use now for make the rest and whatnot, so then go use that foreign exchange, buy their own goods them, if now machinery and all that thing, and they like for pave the place and all that, then go able use that foreign exchange money where they get from the export, then buy them, and the balance where they left go bring and come na the country, or they make them for profit and stuff like that. But you find out say and not get for be the money where for they circulate na the country, pull them, go buy then things them where they can call like primary goods, where na that then thing and they use now for plant the rest and all that stuff. Then they some people can call them back intermediate good, so depending upon whose stage of the production the good be. So but again what they do is they give we foreign exchange, and at the same time it not go make the Salone money go down. Because remember, the Salone money now, boku go left na the country, because the team will they spend big chunk of with Salone money for go buy rest outside. That money they go there na the country. So that foreign exchange pressure no go there again na the Salone economy, and then they go boost the value of the Leones against the foreign money them. So then they self another good thing, and that make we they say one way for bring the exchange rate down. Now follow we export, because when we export, we instead of we pull we own money for buy the things them, we they sell. So when we sell, the money that they pay we now foreign money, we most times not dollar, because not the international currency, so dollar, pounds. But if they pay we in dollar, so whatever they get for do things then as Salone, then go able to use part of that money they buy them thing and they, you see, so not to we own original money, then go use for buy the thing and waiting and sell the proceeds where then gets from selling the export produce. Now that money they will get for use now for buy whatever I want for buy bring Canada the country. So when I see how this, if it go well, it will be a very good thing for the country economy. So I just make them for simplify them, let honorable understand the chain of this kind of activity. So it get boku advantage, and I will go back to the article. Let we see a picture, and when I see the picture now, the Turkish folks them they sign And if even though the thing not clear, but a look from the face say the person will get the brown, if you are the finance minister, but we no say then they now the president in office and they sign. So the article continue from Bulen for say Sierra Leone's Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Food Security last Monday signed this important deal. So okay, it will likely be the agriculture minister. Important deal with the Turkish food producing giant Salah in Freetown. It is understood that during the first phase of the project, about 54,000 hectares of rice will be cultivated using the Wanj and the Siwa rivers for sustainable irrigation. So this now something we, as we say, this now plenty hectare of rice for cultivate, and I believe say it will help for feed Salone people. According to reports, the government of Sierra Leone will not incur any cost in the development and delivery of the project. Fumble them, I want for master break now. La read them back. According to reports, the government of Sierra Leone will not incur any cost in the development and delivery of the project. This now one thing where I get a little bit of concern. I don't know why, therefore they say then here. Say, oh, it not going to cost the government nothing. We all know say not true. Where una don't bring this fine project, una don't sign up. Una stick to the benefit and the cost self. Una say, well, it will cost the government some tax money because we go waive, we go give an incentive. Una make it clear. But for say it not go cost the government anything, let me fumble them. How will people not get that kind business incentive? Government not provide anything at all in a form of incentive. Then people just go put that kind of money there per project where they don't know if it will work or not. Government must don't get an incentive. So this now the other thing again where me they appeal to the government, to the administration. Some of them thinks it's a good thing. Una simply talk about, oh, government give some incentive, where in fact, una make clear of the incentives they wanna give them, other foreign investors them, go begin look into their incentives then they, and that will become attractive initiative to them. So that can be the deal breaker for them. So you know what? If I go na country X versus Sierra Leone, this other country, they say, the government say they go provide this. But Salone, they say, oh, I'm not going to pay tax for this number of years. Or the tax, then go reduce unto this. All the incentives then they. Nothing all wrong with that at all. But for say it not go cost the government anything, that is completely wrong. Me fumble them. Government. So waiting. You know this. Let we stop politicking. Where we they try for do them kind tier. Let we pull politics aside. Let we be straight up to the Salone people. Now the same word them be used back but that bridge. Oh, you not go cost Salone people anything and stuff. And then afterwards, the person will be at the project say, well, did they look at the possibility for give some tax breaks? Then it a cost to the government. Because now money where the government for don't able to raise in a form of taxes. But if na incentive, and boku people, including myself, believes in a good venture, the only thing where I be opposed is the timeliness, and I be want to know waiting at the incentive. How much it go cost Sierra Leoneans them? If not tax break or if not subsidy we they give them, how much then they go be? Now, then they may be want for no. So where I know the overall cost and we look at the benefit, then we will assess, say, a very good project. But for like they consistently they talk, say, oh, you know, will cost the government anything. Dear Papa government, una stop that. Not a good strategy. Because where una not transparent, it even put the other people waiting at the sideline, where they look at the kind of project here and say, oh, myself can go invest there. So what una they do, because una not transparent, una they give the other people there will not show up it. Where then they at the corner, but they observe. Una they give them clear understanding for see waiting for attract them for can do business na Salone. And a part of economics. For attract them with tax breaks, with tax holiday, all them thing in there. Subsidy, all them thing in there. Now fair game. It happen na them place here. Governments they strike deal every now and then with businesses. Say if you can't invest and you engage in this kind of activity, we go give you tax break or we go reduce your tax burden. We go do this, we go do that. A part of the game. So why would not they say it not go cost the government anything? Papa government will not stop. That's not a good strategy. We want for no, let the international body know, waiting at the thing them where they in store for them. The international investors them, if they don't know, say, yes, Salone competitive in the sense that Salone they give initiative, they give incentives. That by itself, they give you competitive advantage where people then go come na Salone instead of them go Liberia or Guinea. So make the information here open. Let Salone people let know about their information here. Let the international body know for about their information here. You know, there's no need for come to una do underhand deal and then una come to the public and say, oh, you know, will cost Salone people anything. No, that's not a wrong strategy, Papa government. So let me go back to the phone lines they're open and we encourage una for let una self come and give una input. So let me go back and continue with the article. So the article continue for say, this investment will help Sierra Leone achieve food self-sufficiency and save the country more than $200 million in rice importation annually. It will create more than 20,000 jobs for local people. All this is a very good thing, me fambulem. I go read this part again. This investment will help Sierra Leone achieve food self-sufficiency and save the country more than 200 million in rice importation annually. It will create more than 20,000 jobs for local people. So fambulem, and again, just as I say, in terms of the importation, it will definitely save you money. Because then their additional cost them way for import rice get for add to the final price, all then additional cost then it go cut off if this project materialize. So that's not a very good thing. And I don't know in terms of how they estimate them 200 million, but to me I believe say it go save Salone money. If we produce now we country and that rest there is sufficient for feed the country. So in addition to the sufficiency, the self-sufficiency, it will also save with plenty money from that importation bill where we can always get. So I agree 100%. And according to their own estimate, say this go employ about 20,000 people them within that area there. The local people them. So the article conclude for say, Sala's managing director Kamel Dogoya said again, I hope say I pronounced that last name properly. Dogoya said they are pleased to have signed the deal, work with the government of Sierra Leone So fumble them. Now the two major articles then that we I feel say a worth for we bring to our attention, because as they say, not to just politics no more, not to just for bash the government, but this now something where we all for proud of, because as I say, the advantage now, the benefit for Sierra Leoneans them, a very, very big, a great benefit if this project materialize. So I don't know how long it will take, the no indicate time for low begin see that 54,000 hectare of rice cultivation. I don't know how long it didn't just sign up. So normally them projects and can take too long. Probably within the next year or so, we will begin see less they come out na Salone for export. Where then there will be a huge bonus, a huge thing for the country and for the government. To me, then there will be a big win for the government. So in that regard, I go say the government really they na the right track, and the concern and appeal where I get, I don't raise them. So let's go back to una comments them, like I give it to una say, and fumble them again. The phone lines they're open. And I will encourage you now for Leone call and let we talk about this important investment in the country, particularly this last one, because Chris Alba Leone, as I say, he will pull out of farm and no big deal. All right, let I continue. One for say boku thank you to Aman Sakroma. It said the government is doing that at the moment, but APC supporters are going around purporting bad image about our country that makes investors scared. I know say the temptation day for let we drag party business by this kind of discussion. But again, yes, your opinion absolutely. But I don't know how you go say APC then they do this. One thing we me go say is, if the government get the right initiative, then get the right incentive, no matter what in APC say. Not to APC, they go outside of the country, go meet investors. So plenty time where they talk about APC. Now we like within the government, where the government, the president, I go say, go na UN, then go protest. And not to Salone no more. It happened to other countries then. Now part of the democratic process. Enough for make anything distract the president and in government from doing what's right for the country. So let we not use that as an excuse. APC in our opposition, they do what in the opposition and they do. What in the oppositions they normally can do. Now for do something, point to the opponent in weaknesses. Decide them, because we all know say no matter what, any government, if you economy strong, sometimes the moral aspect go be flawed and go be flawed, and again other aspects them. But any of the aspects then the opposition go capitalize on them. I will give US for as an example. The Democrats then know say if they go after President Trump for the economy, and for right now the unemployment rate in the US is there at I go say historic lows. So they know say they not go win that battle for criticize an economic plan. They know that. So what thing that they do now is that they go at the side where they know say the American people them go side with them and say no. So that they go at the president in backdoor deal them and all them things then they, because then see say then go able to score points in that area day. So I want to let you know say that part of the democratic process. They not go, the opposition not go sit down, they not criticize. If they not criticize, guess what? They not go ever kind of power. And that's not their goal, for come na power, for form the next government. Even where SLPP be there na the opposition, now the same thing maybe they do. So to me, the advice is to even una the SLPP supporters them, una urge the president and the administration for focus on the people in job, on the manifesto, on waiting and tell the people say, then go can't do. So let them forget about what the APC say, waiting, as long as they not break the law. If they break the law, guess what? Let the law bet them. But if na protest here and there, where then take permit and go through the right process for protest, let it be a part of democracy. And then opposition and if or even strengthen the government and the president, for no say, oh, this side, it look like they are not too strong there. So let her do something for strengthening that aspect there. To me, a good thing. If opposition are there, we go find ourselves na that situation where be there na Libya, where be there na Iraq, where be there na some other countries them, even China, where you no go oppose nothing. Waiting the president or the head say na in the happen. No, not a democracy, my brother. So through democracy, we forget strong opposition. So whether the opposition, they say true or not, now the government is in place for tell the people of Sierra Leone waiting at the true story. So now that make me, they tell me, in fact, if you observe, the point where I make earlier on, say, now fair game for tell people they're waiting at some of the incentives, waiting at some of the tax breaks, where then give this company for attract them. The need for even publish them. So that way other foreign investors then go see that. And that attracts them. And the more, the merrier. So I beg me, brother, let we kind of go past APC. Now SLPP, they rule. So let them concentrate on waiting and go able to deliver for the country. If they fail, guess what? The people just like how them pull APC, where you remember that song, I keep the reminder now, where they say angry bokuna the country, so Tolongbo no go sit down there. So if we allow APC for distract una and angry boku, like how they say ground dry, una no address and we then fine project here, guess what? APC go distract una by the time una know it, they don't 4 years, they go 5 years. The next election. And no question about that. If angry continue for ravage the people them of Salone, they're not going to vote back, they're not going to ask for extend, they're not going to extend the president in term. So this is not just free advice. They are big. Let we not focus too much on APC. Let APC then do their thing as long as they not cross the line where they then go beyond within the law required. Just let them do their own thing. So I want to say boku thank you again to Madam Memuna Tubari Safa. Say thank you, brother Idris Alba. Absolutely, thank you for that. And Aman, they continue for say they took horrible picture from the internet and held those pictures showing the world that it's Sierra Leone current state. And one for say boku thank you to Ahmed Tayo, where now we own. GM, thank you so much for we join we, and one for say boku thank you to Martha Bangura for we join we, and we own brother Suma Abdullah, thank you. He say hello, VOS Network family, Mr. CEO Abdul Karim, and all peace loving Sierra Leoneans overseas and back home, thank you. And Thomas Lambert, thank you. Say tell this man, CEO. All right, well, let we not kind of challenge each other, but let we just appeal to each other's conscience. And Mboma Francis, they say the opposition should be honest and do it right. You make a great point, but one thing we make people away they around me where I can always say, you don't get control waiting the next person they say or do, but you get control on waiting you go say or do. So because you get control on what you they say or do your part, do them right. So that way, then go see your part. So, but if you they keep and wait, say, oh, I don't advise this person for like if they say things so or like they do this and not do harm and stop. What thing will happen? You know they go before, you just stress yourself and whatnot. So but where somebody you tell them say this not the right thing, now this you for do, that for do. If you not do harm, just use another method. And like this to me is simple, like we brothers say, oh, they put fake pictures and stuff. It's very simple. You get foreign diplomats them within a salon. You get ambassadors them of their country here we get for make Salone say yes. No, Salone safe and we get for do traveling warning and things like that. Then get ambassadors then they not the ground. Then no say, then no waiting they go on the country. But waiting me they say Naya is forget about the APC folks, supporters, they're waiting a display and whatnot. To me, I condemn that. But let me say for one reason, for one thing, they do them as the opposition, for paint the opponent in a terrible way. But waiting me not want to let the government, waiting they appeal to the government no more is, some of them advises them, where the British government give, the American government give, where the foreign governments then they give. Now then thing they need for address. Let them make sure say that's not they happen. Because if the opposition they paint all kind negative picture, and then that foreign investor they see travel advisory from the UK, from US, my brother. It's easy for like them go they believe them pictures then they paint about the country. So now then thing they need for address. Where the last time the British government they put advisory, travel advisory, not too long ago. Let them come to the public, to the international community as well. Sierra Leoneans and foreigners them. Make a press conference and possibly after they inquire with the foreign government, like say the High Commissioner of Britain, for example, don't engage with them and let them explain what are the concern that we then get, we make them put out that traveling advisory. So they address their concerns then they behind closed doors and make sure so they convince the British government, and then after we don't agree, then do a joint public statement, like a conference, say press conference, and address them. So the British High Commissioner go explain why them pull that in there, and then the government inside go explain and say, well, we don't resolve them. The concerns with them we get to do address them. And the person they close to you now, he go able for confirm, say yes, then concerns them, they don't address them. So, but if rather than una take them steps here, una they bash APC, they blame APC, guess what? Una they go nowhere. There's no achievement, no better thing for the country. So the same way so to Sierra Leoneans them home and abroad, where something happened, the government need for take a press conference, explain to the Salone people them, both home and abroad, over the issue. Address them right there. So when you come and address them over the media, it go hard for let somebody use propaganda machine now and say otherwise. Because even we in our VOS, we go say outrightly, but no. The president or the secretary of to the president be all a press conference. And people are asking the same question, and this is say, and reporters they be satisfied. So you see how the propaganda not going to go anywhere. But if you say by this, by just complain or they curse them, they fetch them here and there, the APC supporters then go stop. A big mistake, me fumble them. It be happen again during SLPP where time where they be there as opposition. So me fumble them, and it happen in an advanced country. I will give you one quick example. Canada, USAI are currently based, will forget election 3 weeks from today, or October the 21st. All along, where election tend not be near, but people are not be know about the story. But all of a sudden, the current prime minister, because in numbers they're strong now, the polls and stuff, the pictures, videos then come out. Say he be dressed like black person, a paint himself and stuff. So that's definitely, no question, it come up from the opposition. So what thing they try for do now? They try for paint the picture of say a racist. So you see, the economy they do well, they're not going to that way they. And in terms of woman, it make a promise say 50-50, 50% male, 50% female in cabinet. And he do that. So they're not going to say, oh, a gender bias, you know, a this, a that, for turn the woman they're against them. So now they look now for turn the minority people, the people of color, against them, for let them not vote for them. Where you get some people where this go upsets them. Say, oh, the prime minister, a hypocrite, this, that, that, you know, after all, he don't mock the black people. So what did he do? He come back and say, you know what, that long time ago, and I apologize for that, not poor choice of action. And not deny, and not cause, and not make anything. He come and do press release, press briefing. He make a press conference. And he be there na CNN, he be there na international news, other international news, media. But he come, he admit, he apologize. And guess what? That story they don't call. And not get as much fire. But if it be defensive, it begin to blame your opposition. Oh, now the opposition, now smear tactic, now this, now that. But you do them. So rather than you admit and say, then day you'll be younger, now Halloween, now this, now that, whatever rationale you get, and tell the Canadian people. And that's exactly you do. So let we take then good example here from other country and apply in our country. So I appeal to the administration. The Sierra Leone people are sick and tired of blaming APC. Really. We're sick and tired. If now something APC say against you now, whether true or lie, if it warrant for calm and address the public, una do that. Una set the record straight. But for begin they say, oh, now APC this, now APC that. Now una get everything. Now una get the power. Where United Nations, where them talk, who that then say, where them present, President Julius Madabio, now they present. They don't present any APC person. So again, one of our brother be asked, we guessed yesterday when the ousted member of APC, when Honorable Usman Abdal Timbo say, oh, the APC up till now do not want for accept the 2018 election results and stuff. Who cares whether they accept or not? That's not the fact. Say President Bio, a win according to Umfali. So why una care if APC accept or not accept? The international body accept to now. The majority of Sierra Leoneans, they accept to now. So una get for force them, say them for accept una paupa. No. Una just distractive measure. Una just they distract una self. The Salone people, they need the country for go before. They don't give you the reins of power. So forget about APC. APC then in a parliament. If they want for do anything, guess what? Then go protest in our parliament. So if they disagree with any policy where the government they embark on, then get the channel where they get for criticize, where they get for debate them, not parliament. So, but if you say you go after their own opinion, public opinion and stuff, my brothers and sisters, now that's make tension in other country there and continue go there. Because the thing that we're not really supposed for gain traction, una they blow them out of proportion and make it gain traction. So dear, this na may appeal to una, all to the sides them, all to the supporters them, the APC supporters them and the SLPP supporters them. Let we all see ourselves as one family, as one Sierra Leone. So let we stop the blame game, and again, we APC brothers them, if they cross the line, let the law bet them, everyone. Now that we just need for advise them. But for say, let them protest, una suppress them protest, the way them protest, guess what? It's undemocratic. It's completely undemocratic. Why una need for fear if they go protest? Why una need for afraid? It happen in the advanced countries, where people and they protest every day, if they want. So dear, I beg, let we move on. Let we advise the government, the president and in team, let them focus on delivering like this kind of thing. I'm so excited as Sierra Leonean. This kind of thing where we just read to now, the article about say, if all this thing go well, this project where the Turkish investors then don't sign so. If it go well, that go mean within short time, Sierra Leoneans then go be self-sufficient when it come to rice production. So waiting bad about that. Now the story then they una for they tell Sierra Leoneans them. Not to what the APC they do. Hey, but my brother, una get beaucoup things they like look this Chris Albert. Una make press conference. Una talk about and even Clay Aiken, waiting make a back out. Una talk about una make press conference. So if foreign investors then they think, say, oh, now because of one A, B, C, and D, that go lead to speculation, which can be the wrong speculation. Una set the record straight. When una set the record straight, it don't answer the questions. How propaganda go able to survive when una don't say the fact? But if una self get bend for the hide here and there and they blame the other person because una need to run the country well, because the economy una not bring policies them where for stimulate the economy, Salone people are not going to buy that. And then there's here, and again, una feel free for call. Yeah? Then there's here, I mean, they talk about the education program. One we brother is say, oh, we not for talk about cost and benefit analysis because we not go know the benefit right now. Because this in education, it go long term and stuff like it. Talk fine. But I want to take them back. I come to this because of, after the program, I just remember this example. When I remember the GTT report, what did it say? It said one, according to them, again, I quote them, we cannot see no document, nothing. Now, what did they say? According to them, during the previous administration, under former President Kuruma, the roadway and bill, according to them, according to the document where they say they see, a kilometer of road cost the Salone people about $1 million. So that argument with me brother be they argue, say we not for concern about how much na the cost for this I go say quote unquote free education program, we not for worry about the cost, but for think about what you go do to picking them. But that road, they put on clear. 1 kilometer road cost about $1 million. You don't need for be engineer for no say that money they too much. So even though the road even though the road they make them, as how the previous administration be they say, we don't make roads, we don't make roads, we don't make roads. But yet, we went and show with the numbers them. We definitely say no, it exaggerated. So not to be the right thing that, for let we assess whether or not the money we then spend, and the road essential, now essential for make road. And we all know that, we all agree. But at what cost? We get for know at what cost, how much it will cost. And what put onto my brother used the word say me not patriotic. But yet would I use similar method for criticize the previous administration. For ask them why they for spend that much for make road. So if we know the numbers them, where they spend for implement this program, and that money they excessively high, we need for question that. What's wrong about it? So now then thing day, una need I talk now to the government. Una need for bring to the attention of the Salone people them at home and abroad. If una don't they show the numbers then they una transparent and when people ask question una give reasonable answer, convincing answers. I don't feel so una need for worry about APC. So we get a call now. Let me take the call. We'll go take the WhatsApp one and then we'll go on the other line. VOS Network. Hello caller. Waiting are your name and who say they call from please?
Lawrence Fox, I call from England.
Hello, Brother Fox. Thank you so much for your call. And what are you take on the program? The entire thing we don't talk about, sir. Go ahead, please.
Well, generally, if you don't get skeleton like cupboard, you don't get nothing to hide. You get transparency. Because transparency, then the leeway for people to not assume and begin for. Somebody with the hide must know so you get something with the hide. Way not make sense. And the people then they right for protest, like how you say. In any sober-minded place, protest at the order of the day because some people who assume that they want for protest. But when protest, you put them down, you explain to them, then they can see from the good way you go, able to follow you, sympathize you, to get an empathy with you, and try for see whose kind of inputs they're going to make. But if these people are trying to be like dodgy, then they try for they live in falsehood and lie, or they hide. Then it gives what? The people them like we think they will not go there way you want to go and say this is not APCD or this is not SLPPD or this is not we don't care about political parties. We don't care about na Salone for move forward. If you get investor where they come, open the thing at the table, make we understand what investor they can do. Those are put input and get for listen to we. Because we can't see. Because development, not to like a top to bottom, it's a bottom to top approach. How we go benefit we all, not development. But this government, look where you see them go UN, where you see the people in the work accommodate they left them because your speech is made up of lies. And this is now modern technology. Modern technology, you know they lie again. These things are all over the world. Do you get? And you get right for transparency, like how you say transparency. You get for show how the money cost benefit analysis. Now that they never understand. How the benefit to be. Understand? Waiting that we input for make it benefit, waiting for make you cost that money, I go benefit you in the long run. Like how you say. But when the society, the morality dead, as I always say, when morality dead, what do you think? Say the whole society they crumble. And we get right for all like accountable because this is our money. You like not to the tax number they get that you go big then they give in the name of Sierra Leone, not to you own, not to individual money. You understand, eh? So I respect your points of view in this here. They have to tell us and they have to make it transparent. To make one they assume. We not like for the assume. But if you make what they assume, they mean say if you continue for the blame the past government, they mean say you're not getting nothing for offer. If you're not getting nothing for offer, get out. Simple. Sorry. I don't want to be get out not to like a wood word. If you're not getting nothing for offer, you blame game. Anybody not successful, and they blame. You talk about the past, like my mama and mates now they talk about. Or like a car, not window than the house. Missing a car, they can't fix window than the house. They work kind of 2 years, window are not still fixed. They blame see the one will be there and not fix window. I don't fit for purpose. If I don't fit for purpose, give a person chance, we can fix window. This is what the government should be thinking of. One way along the line, yeah, you can still affect you corruption or what you want to do, but still one for the see development where they go on with the benefit to people. But for me, from which side I see not just hardship, difficulties. You talk about free education. How much the free education cost? When you talk about developing capital, when you talk about human capital, what the local industry we don't get for absorb these people that you're talking about. Now they don't fill 95.6%, which is a pointer to the fact that your educational policy failed. What's how you care them people? So when they're not even get money now for go take another exam. Eventually, then they say, I know I'll get other people in the chance to talk. So I won't give a chance to talk.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, my brother, for your comment. And I want to go back and then read some of the comments. Them again. We get a caller on the other line. Caller, please call me back, and let we hear from you. And one for say Boku Tenki, la go back and so while we wait for callers them and we recognize people that we don't join we. And one for say Boku Boku Tenki to Sam J. So thank you so much for we join we. They say to attract foreign investment, there must be peace, national cohesion, freedom of speech, freedom of movement, and tolerance. I hope this president sees values in all Sierra Leoneans and not only specific people. We need tangible investment and not just big promises. Thank you for that. And one for Siboku, thank you to Wion, Madam Bendu, for we join with. Thank you so much as always. And Madam one for Siboku, thank you to Abdul Aziz. Thank you so much, Abdul Aziz Sisse. Thank you so much for we join we. You say APC is not the only opposition, as you said, Mr. Kagbo. They have to focus on the main issues. Thank you very much for that. And one for Siboku, thank you to Sister Martha Kamara. It's a successful person always deal with the present, not brawling over the past. Failure like to talk about the past. And one for Siboku, thank you to Lawrence E. Fowles. Thank you so much, Brother Lawrence. Say they are Dodge. And Madam Bendu say the present government is not talking where and when needed. Thank you for that. And Sister Kanko Mansare, thank you so much for where you join we. And Mr. Linesman Duty Mama, they kind of remind we say now 21% of the budget and then they spend on education. But that 21% it not tell we in a projection, okay? It not tell we the main cost. Because tendency they say they below or they above. So now waiting and project say they want for spend on the education. But remember, budget not just promise. Like you say, okay, well, within we estimation, now this we go to spend, but people them know say, bokutem, government, they spend more than the budget allocation. So, and that can cause for, let them say, budget deficit or budget surplus. So if you spend below your budget, then you will get surplus. So if you spend above your budget, then you get budget deficit. And we know, say, from the past government to this government, that they struggle with deficit for spend more than the revenue where they get. So tendency they say that 21%, as much as a high, tendency they say go even be higher. So that's not the thing way I think say every Sierra Leonean, we don't need for wait until election or until other government come and go get the number there for we. We need for know the numbers them, and that way they let we able know say yes then they na the right track or they need for adjust. So we'll put pressure on them, then go correct the measures before it go to the worst. So to me, I feel say real-time assessment is more important than after we don't commodity. Let me take example, the previous administration. We go cry waiting. Some money there, maybe them put them in a different account. Some they don't spend the money wisely. Then spend them, maybe side with them for negotiate and get better deal because of something that them brother or their relative, they not even talk price. And then they all now inefficiency. So all lengthen in day, if we get system in place, we go ask question, we go show the public the numbers them or the people them we for all them accountable, show them their numbers then they guess what? I believe say enough for reach to that level where we all they complain now. So me, they always appeal to Sierra Leoneans them. Let we not wait till that time. We'll say, oh, we'll go wait till them commodity, we'll go after them. Whose benefit he go take? That system what they put in place, like for example, the Commission of Inquiry. We get the Anti-Corruption Commission, but yet to set up Commission of Inquiry. Would they pay them judges then the platform? Will they pay for operate the platform? All that now unnecessary cost on the Sierra Leone people, particularly money will not get. Because we know say for sustain the country, now trust they trust we, or we go big. We're not self-sufficient. But yet we they put things them where they're unnecessary in the sense that if we don't prevent them, we not for we go through them. So now we don't get the opportunity for to prevent them thing and they, even though the chief minister say, oh well, we'll go make sure say the commission of inquiry na the last one, not to get that say they. If other government come and say they want for doing, ain't going to stop them? Absolutely not. But if we put system in place where the Salone people then go no say it's not necessary, guess what? Now we self go protest against any commission of inquiry, not to just waiting chief minister say, but we know say the system not in place for prevent them thing and they from happening, from wasting money. We get another call. Let we take this call. VOS Network. Hello caller. Waiting your name and who say they call from, please?
Mr. Ibrahim Sissidi call from California.
Hello, Mr. Sisse. Thank you so much for what you call, Brother Ibrahim. And what you take on this investment, this great news, or anything we don't talk about, sir? Go ahead, please.
Okay. First of all, I want to tell you plenty thank you. With this forum, they exist and other forums that at least they give Sierra Leoneans a platform for letting go express themselves. And I want to let this government know, say, every government to get its own challenges. So this, now their own challenge this way, it can be said they don't meet up, I mean, the technology don't become so, which is, it don't become so widespread. Many platforms and the way people can talk and they express their views and their opinion, thanks to technology, the social media, and the messaging platforms like WhatsApp what they use. So it different from Tijan Kaba in term, or it different from even Ernest by Kuruma, although towards the end of in term, we see how technology, begin to take that kind of momentum there, So if then come and there is so much controversy around, waiting happen, waiting happen during the election to now, I feel say with the number of people that we then get, we educated with the kind of education we then get, PhD this, PhD that. But, they forget about one thing. Say, when you come to power, especially at the time when they describe to people and say, oh, the past regime not left money, things they hard, things they tough. You are aware of that. And that make you feel, say, you are the best possible. Our government will be the best for actually, change things them around. So that alone, for them make you prepare, say, there are challenges ahead. And this is how we're going to form our government, Let's begin with the education. The education, why you forget 21% or 20, I think 21% to education? I mean, this now something we're not even sure about. I remember before they get the debates, when I asked on BBC, the president now, President Bio, we all know how it fumble. You're not able to get the records together. You're not able to get actually the estimates, or the analysis. They're not being clear, kind of opaque. But still, people then go ahead and okay, let's give the benefits of the doubt. And you don't come now, you still get some issues there. That don't tell we say you ill prepare for the position. If you go get 21% to education, when I not try force, okay, maybe now we begin first with the primary level force, and just allocate maybe, let me say, 7 or 12%, and see how the primary education. And from there, we'll see what are the challenges, what are the problems, what are the bottlenecks them, and then we'll extend them to the higher, level or secondary, So now, so you do things. And also remember, say, education, when you say free education, so the layman are everything, you don't care whether tuition, you just know say that free, we don't say free. Now, everything will compose of everything. So, and then the PR system, they don't get a very strong PR, like how you talk to us. We go send message. We go educate people and inform them, about things the way they happen, and make sure they then deliver their message and they. to the people and the way they will understand them. You know. So I will call back. I don't get enough time. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, and a nice for yes call back, please. And you make great points. Thank you, my brother. And that PRA very important. Well, I read a comment, and then I go come back. And one for say Boku thank you again to Abdul Aziz. He say we need to know how these two governments spending our money. And Madam Bendu say, Mr. CEO, we have been talking about transparency, and the present and the past governments are not used to transparent at all. Yes, absolutely, and then they're very clear. And at that make we Sierra Leoneans them, do you allow put party aside, let we all them people here, let we make they call them good governance. Let them govern the country well. We deserve for no waiting they go on. And Abubakar Gassama Jabi, thank you so much. You say, Mr. Kagbo, we have systems in place, just that they are not efficient. Why do we have oversight committee in parliament and they are not calling people to account? I think our parliament has a responsibility to make laws and if possible call out MDAs ministry, department agencies, when results are not being met. Absolutely. And brother Abubakar, where are they read you comment me body they rise with gladness for like somebody, you know, in addition to all the comments they would all read, for like you get Sierra Leonean where they think this critical way, not to partisan or nothing. And 100%, Boku people, including me, go agree with you. We get the system in place, but then they work. And look now, Giuliani, again, for people that way not too familiar with the way how system they work outside of Salone, I will give you an example. Right now, the impeachment inquiry where they put on Donald Trump, because of a impersonal lawyer, where now the former mayor of New York, Giuliani, what thing happened, I believe saying that particular interview, be do one interview I be watch na CNN, and he admit, even though it's for balance, but it is on record now, he admits say yes, they contact the Ukrainian president for like he go investigate Biden. So that's a violation of the law. So for let the president talk about other American to a foreign government for investigator and stuff. So clearly you use, and again, even though you not admit them, but the two that they find out now, then get a condition for like then go release the military help where they want for help in government. If na Salone, you go get Boku Salone people they will go say, what's not the big deal of for that and stuff? Because we don't respect we self. Just imagine, this not so because of na Biden, Biden, because Boku people then go on for say that. But the fact of the matter is, now an American, somebody else when a non-American, foreign government, for let you go advocate, say let it go after your citizen, your fellow citizen. And we all know say Americans, they get the issues they with, but they're very proud and they're very loyal to themselves. You can't touch one American and then they support you. We all know that. But we Sierra Leoneans them, guess what? Instead, because of not to you it happened to, you're not directly related to that person, you go and let the worst thing happen to them. But waiting the Congress don't show, then show say the president's not there above the law. And now they don't subpoena the president in lawyer. This is not your own personal lawyer or Giuliani. Say let it turn over documents that we get regarding that issue there. That's subpoena. So Parliament need to do a work. And that make we they take them people here, the president and the ministers, them all like a semi-god as Pharaoh lie. And this is not camper one political party from Shekin, from the Magais them. Well, again, I they say, from waiting I don't read, we cannot be born in them, but from waiting I don't read, Milty Magai, now the only one way I don't read terrible things them about. But from Albert Magai now, look that law way President Biona now they go pledge and say, oh, he go put something or he don't put something. I don't forget exactly what he do about that libel law. Where if somebody says something, whether not true or not, if you see and say it go against the government, that person they in trouble. You put criminal offense attached to if somebody try for tell you the truth, or it try for make Sierra Leoneans them aware of what wrong you they do. You put on that way they say because it go against the government, whether not true or not, that person they go face criminal charges. Albert Magai, I put him for Lego muscle in opposition from the 60s. Now that Lodi and President be away he come na power and all just go after that Lodi and stuff. It wait stay United Nation. Why for wait stay you come na United Nation? If not the right thing for do, why you need for wait stay United Nation? And let we see if indeed inside go do am. Kaba don't come and all repeal am. Koma don't come and all repeal am. Now in the President bill. It would stay United Nations, and let we see how that thing go. If indeed it go try for repeal. So now some of them things here, and look what they go on. Parliament, and thank you so much, Brother Abubakar Gassama. Let's put the comment again, and make it very clear. Parliament be supposed for do that. Now the responsibility. I go read the comment again, and forgive me for that. But I just want to draw to our attention. Say this not about APC or SLPP. This not about Sierra Leone. If the system then they in place, me and you two go always gladly for going to that place there. And I go tell you now for free. Sometimes even then talk how they talk, even when in the interest of the country, some man go say, oh, if he Mr. Kagbo go na Salone today, then go arrest him. Some man go even think that. Where I no cost nobody, I talk on behalf of me country people them. How we go push we country go before. If some man then have a position, he go scared for go Salone. Say something and go arrest him. Say he they criticize. That's how terrible we country be. And Mr. Gassama, for people that will just join me, I want to say Boku Tenki. It say, Mr. Kagbo, we have systems in place, just that they are not efficient. Why do we have oversight committee in parliament and they are not calling people to account? I think our parliament has a responsibility to make laws and if possible, call out MDAs when results are not met. Absolutely. And one for say Boku thank you again to we brother Abubakar Gassama Jabi. Thank you. Let God bless you for that, and let God bless you all for the great comments them. And brother Linesman Duty Mama is I personally believe even the Commission of Inquiry is just waste of money. It's just politics as usual. And Edith Musa, thank you so much for joining me. He said the problem with Sierra Leone is the fact that the system is messed up. The system is there but not implemented. I am yet to see how this government will fight corruption. The system is all corrupt. I'm glad where would they see now from outside of politicking. I want to thank you. And at this way we always they urge Sierra Leoneans them for think. Now we forget first, we all are Sierra Leoneans. Now we fundamental right for belong to whatever association we want for belong to. That's not fundamental human right to every Sierra Leonean citizen. But the fact of the matter is, we country for they above their organizations here. But let we not take their organizations here, in this case, them political parties here, and then we see the country, they go down the drains. We set mot, we they support them, because now they will be vote for. No! You vote for change. So if they do something where they push the country go before, we know say them they there for 5 years. And me, under no circumstance, we try for bring Yuki, like pull them before in time. On zero tolerant. Absolutely zero tolerant. VOS, me in particular, not going to encourage that. So I'll make it very clear. But the fact of the matter is, me want let President Bio correct in mistakes them while it is in power. In term. I don't want that we wait till after 5 or 10 years and then go after him. No. That is a waste of money, waste of unnecessary resources. So why now we not for advocate and put pressure on the parliamentarians them, whether not SLPP or APC or NGC or C4C, put pressure upon them. Like how we they see in them country here. We're talking the scene in them country here, where a congress person side, or a senator side with issue where the public, the general public, not they in favor. That person they go march now in office, now in district office, and then go protest and whatnot. And I guarantee you the next election itself go freed. So for keep in job, it go do exactly what the people they want. And now that's make you they see say then tough issues them where they can go back now then constituencies, then they all town hall explain to the people them why they vote a particular way on a particular issue. Well, guess what? Salone, we not get that. We the people then self-need ask them for tell we waiting they go on. We don't get that mechanism there. So instead, the same people the way they suffer, now then they go back now to it, they sing for them. Who's going to disrespect way past that? Now employ them. Then they work for now. They don't say king or queen, they say servant. They don't say civil, they don't say public king or public queen. They say public servant. What's in the definition of servant? That's somebody who they serve you. No more, no less. Including the president. The president is a public servant. I will not treat her like God. We fumble him. We for respect him. Absolutely. But at the same time, we for ask him questions. It's supposed for can talk to we. It's supposed for answer questions that what we get. What did happen with Donald Trump? We all know, say, again, the Americans, they will not forgive me, but we know, say, now we're arrogant. At one point, it stopped for the give press briefing. But now with pressure, now in they call press now. Because if he not do them, the media then go do them for him. So he tried for let him champion the discussion. Let him take control of the issue. So now they give press conference. It don't resume up. Because if you allow the public, the media, other people, other than you coming out and set the record straight, you go then encourage the so-called propaganda owner they talk against. People then go get different perspective. But let them hear it from you. Update them. A good, a bad, kid them about, talk to them about the challenges. Like how we last caller say, you get boku challenges them in life. So this is something where not a unique situation to Salone. Say, oh, now Salone governments no more get challenges. No, challenges they're everywhere. But when you talk to the people, like I remember, and I go congratulate them for that. I don't know what to warrant that, but one conference where President Bill say he aware of the challenges of the economic difficulties where people and they go through. He said, but let them continue for trust time as the pilot he go land the plane peacefully or something. I the paraphrase now. And Boku people them then get that satisfaction for Yayi Forman. For no say, he acknowledge say the ground eye. But when you talk about that, people then begin question your patriotism. We fumble them? No. So I'm so glad here, and when I go see the excitement in me, where I they see Sierra Leoneans them. And not to say for Leone agree with me, no, not to that I they try for Dunaya. But I they try for like we begin think critically. Not to for think in the line of partisan issue and stuff. Salone go before. Because so far, APC, SLPP, now they don't know, since independence. So again, the people that they support other party, them, wanna forgive me. But highly likely, so take if APC, SLPP not win again, it will likely be APC. The likelihood is there. So if we not press this one now and let them try for change things, and then when APC come back, if not APC come after them, regardless of how many years SLPP rule, but I'm not saying not go be forever. So if APC come back na power, if we not stop this do me or do you, waiting it go be. APC come back, then can do revenge politics. So wait outside the country they go. So let we forget about revenge politics, about Mina APC, Mina SLPP. For right now, whether you like it or not, the fact is President Biodede Te 2023. So, and let themselves realize that, as I said before, let them forget about whether APC they agree with the result or waiting. Majority of the Sierra Leoneans they agree, including myself, are 100% accept President Bio as me president. And all in cabinet ministers, in cabinet people them, as me ministers them. And if I see them, if they come na Canada and I see them, if I able go, I go and give them the respect we they deserve for where they represent Salone. But that not necessarily means say then go begin they waste time, resources, and say publicly or whatever way APC people then for accept them. Who's where APC people are able to block them? Who's time would you say now President Bio one fly, then APC people then go block, then go team up na the airport saying no for go represent Salone. Who's tell you that? I will not say not possible. So whose way did they stop President Bio for doing work as president? So dear I beg, let we stop for they accept them flimsy excuses then they. Now so politicians then they do. When they're not able to deliver, then try for deflect the issue to blame somebody. Like how they can say. Where farmer lazy, all tell say, oh this cutlass not sharp. I like it sharp like waiting. Because he lazy. He go always blaming cutlass. And then picking where not sober, where not clever in school, he go always they say, hey, me pen they right. I like you buy brand new pen for him. He go always talk about the pen. Or oh the book what they write in the chair and stuff. All time excuses. Again, this not to disrespect to the current administration, but Sierra Leoneans them sick and tired with excuses. They don't hand over peacefully. We are so glad because now one thing that we are be concerned. Former president don't hand over peacefully, and the good thing is, and they make public announcement, no nothing, even though people and they accuse them. To me, I feel saying APC them business. If in the former president, he break the law, under no circumstance, then for let them go with it. The law for better. But until that time day, let we just allow them for be like how any other citizen go be in that country day. What's it within the law? What's it not break the law? So dear me fumble them. So I'm so excited with Miss Salone people them. They really write something with a non-partisan comment. Thank you for that. And that we our viewers stand for. And I want to say boku thank you again to Edith Musa and Philip Facondo. Thank you so much. Sorry if I mispronounced your last name. You said the government is in track. For some of us who know and have seen certain documents, we know that next year by this time will be a different story. Everything will pick up. Thanks. Absolutely, we go wish that as well. So why not only fear of una for no? Why will not forget that assurance day as the average Sierra Leonean will not get connection with them? So that's not my question no more, brother. Do I tell them, say not to you no more and fear other people and foresee them documents then they, if not document we go push the country go before, we all want for see them and give with that confidence. And then they go increase business confidence as well. Where business people and go say, oh wow, the government gets boku thing them way they don't do and stuff. So as a result, myself go one for invest. So afraid not go there again. Then they go increase what we call both consumer confidence and also business confidence. So dear, and I for tell them as maybe you get influence. And Gasimu Sise say thanks for your good job. May the Lord continue to strengthen your resolve. Thank you. Thank you for being part of this as well. And Edith, they say hi to Lawrence. And we own Kebi Contest say the Turkish investment, if implemented properly, the whole country will benefit and every Sierra Leonean will be happy, especially when the price of rice falls due to the Turkish investment. May Allah bless Mama Salone. 100%. Yes, this Naya they talk about. Whether you're not APC, SLPP, every Sierra Leonean go benefit from this. So that's something where we for really commend and praise the government for that as well. And Martha Kamara say pushing the country forward is not talking about the failures and flaws of APC. Forget about what APC did or did not do. Well, Sister Martha, I don't think we need for forget. No, I disagree with you on that, with all respect. We not for forget, but waiting no more me think. They're not for hang up on consistently. They give that as an excuse. Like I remember one time, before he even take the job, the bank governor say, oh, if APC them pay all them money them where they don't thief and stuff at the paraphrase now, the country the suffering go down. When you make them statements, then what do they do? They put one Sierra Leonean against the other. It's very inappropriate. You're not a politician. That statement they sound political. You're not bank governor. You know for they make their statements then they. You know for presume the people are guilty of corruption. So let them set the commission of inquiry and they all continue with their business as usual. We not for forget what waiting APC do. Absolutely not. Because then self need for face the consequence. But let another set the commission of inquiry and then they do the work of the people that were then put there. And then they go and harass people them and call them names. They're not found them guilty. So now that me believe the process for take hold. But at the same time, people are not for get away with just embezzling the country in fund. If I told them found them guilty, meanwhile let them face the full penalty of the law. But until then, let the president within team, they don't hand over ACC, they don't hand over the Commission of Inquiry, let them do their job. So forget about APC for right now. Do your job. And you're not a parliamentarian. So if they get things in a parliament, go through your own members then. And see how they're going to convince the rest of the House for let them pass a bill which will benefit your government. Now so they do now. So forget about them. No, you don't need for call them names. Not to campaign UDEPA. UDEPA govern. And you're not the president for even the APC people them. So then deserve for like treat them well, with respect. As you not the daddy. So again, I hope you understand, Sister Martha, the position where they take now. Me no go advocate for let them leave them free. No. If them found, if anybody guilty of corruption, if it ain't the books as to how for treat them, like the maximum penalty, me even while them give them the maximum penalty. But I just want for like the institutions then work. And we get the ACC, if the ACC work properly, we don't need commission of inquiry at all. And again, if we put preventive measures them, sometimes even the ACC, it will be obsolete. Like it will be, will be useful if we put the preventive measures them in place. I will give one quick example and go back to the comments them. One example is, well, let me take a call, so now we hear that person in voice. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say they call from, please?
Yeah, I mean, Bendu, they call from New York.
They do well, Brother Bendu. Thank you so much. So go ahead with the comments, please. What do you make of what will they talk about? So go ahead, please. Thank you.
Yeah, we make up of what they talk about. On one point, some media, always they talk, I agree with you, but one point, some we say the president wait for let go to the UN General Assembly before he go table that law or whatever. I just want to say everything we that president did do. Sometimes law will give them kudos. I'm not saying I'm responsibility for do what they do, but everything in life we all have a responsibility. If you accomplish whatever they put you for let you do, or they give you job for let you do them, and you do them according to how they want them, then they reward you. Even if they don't reward you, then they give appraisal, certain job, and they give appraisal. So if you instead do something where you say, now in responsibility for do them, and at the end of the day, he accomplish that responsibility, they forgive and kudos, right? We don't say because you wait for let you go to General Assembly before you go talk about that building. That building, the president get a lot for do. A little over 1 year, now in don't kind of office. We not go expect that president to follow go table all the buildings. We got priority. We have to set priorities. We have the sexual offenses. They just pass it at the parliament. They just pass it out. It don't become a bill. And then we forget on time letting go to achieve whatever you get for achieve because things then you don't go down for over 50 years. In order for able can complement everything a little over 1 year, you get for do timely and you get for taking time and you get for do them according to how the priority then they come. So me just want to know whatever time you do too late, we're not gonna say too late right now because it's a little over 1 year, even 2 years in office, right? So if you table that bill right now, they don't go through cabinet, processing, they don't pass through the cabinet. Now for them go table na the parliament. If you go to the General Assembly, you go talk. I think say na accomplishment normally they try for say they make effort for for give journalists them freedom for let them speak on the issues. So me not think and say he wait for let you go to the General Assembly because you go work on that bill. And that bill they not one day then they go work on it. Then me don't work on it. So all the years they do whatever they get for do, they get for do alternative bills, them for supplement that, all that now work. So they're not get for just go sit down no more, they do one thing and people they expect them say them for achieve everything. Me don't take that one. I will acknowledge them whatever effort way they make. Not that excuses say, oh he waits, too late. It's a little over 1 year. Now me don't take that one.
Thank you so much, my brother. You make a great point, but you say one thing, but you try for back out of. You say not too late.
No, that's what I say. I say it's not too late for your own administration.
Exactly.
It's
I think it was yesterday where I assessed the. On Thursday, sorry, where we assessed the president in his speech. Now, one thing I say it better late than never. The information minister when Rado Swari it became na VOS Mr. Kutubu and Madam Fadima and Mr. Kutubu they interview him. They ask him that question they say, oh, did they wait September for table? I so exactly say after the thing behind the scene, what I tell them, you go ask them if you get access to them. I say this answer a politically motivated. That September clearly now for talk about the UN Assembly. Now that's exactly I tell them.
But we forget certain people then they na politician them. So then they put it in office, then they do exactly what they promise people then, right? Then the way they go now they World Symposium. Now then they go talk what they do now the country for improve human, human rights, all in human development. When you see people and they go to Mapian and they talk about all what they do. Now for let them the world see and say, then they make effort. If in fact they make effort, I think say If everything where they do, if for example, let's go they take and say every year we want go, they work on certain things, they make sure say accomplish them before you go. Now that UN Assembly Day. So now kudos to her. Right now, politician, in fact, they fed for letting their eyes na the ranking. So if in they try for doing anything and then at the public eyes, you know, in a big symposium like that, and then for go present your certificate, whatever I don't achieve for the 11 months, I think saying kudos to him though. I don't think I think a bad thing.
All right.
For me, I don't know for
yes,
you.
like you may take. I'll be making clear, say, a better late than never. But for the fact, say, a politically motivated, okay, not to because of a necessary make you do harm, now because he go get a political score. Now that I get problem with. A campaign on them. A campaign on them.
Yeah.
A campaign.
I just want to
yes. No.
I say because he campaign on a campaign message that man they deliver. We don't work on the manifesto. Now campaign tools they use for achieving results.
All right, wait.
So now politicians exactly at the end of the day.
Yeah, but wait.
I don't know what's wrong with that.
Okay, but wait.
Okay.
Not a United Nations put on there. Not a United Nations make him president. Now the people of Salone, now they make him president. Now they force he owe obligation to. So, but what did he do? He do for let it look good before the United Nations, not to for Sierra Leoneans them. Now, then I get issue with.
No, not say that. Say that. I believe say the man don't go. The information minister don't go na radio. He don't go talk am just like how they talk am sober. Not so they yanda then go begin talk. Not so na UN General Assembly then go begin talk. The information minister says don't go na radio station na AYV. Recently, before them go, he don't go talk and say they don't do everything. Cabinet don't pass everything. He just left for let them go table and at the parliament. So if the information minister they talk, I think say na the president they talk communicate to the people and not to private corner they go talk on a radio public radio station and they go talk them. You know, and then call press conference back. Recently, way they call that press conference. They even talk them back, and then the journalists then confirm and say they don't work on and they don't pass through the cabinet. For let them go table and a well of parliament no more now.
All right. Well, okay. Well, let we agree. The point where they tell for make Naya is, we don't see that repeatedly. Say we Salone politicians them, they don't respect Sierra Leoneans them. And the way they do that, then they feel say the international body more important than the Salone people them. So that they cater for the international body than the Salone people them. And then they get issue with. And we're sick and tired, not to just Sierra Leone, Africans in general. We sick and tired for let we leaders then disrespect we. When we they make them the president where the international body they recognize them. So that point that they make. An agenda not for B for United Nations. An agenda for B for the Sierra Leone people. Why the minister for say, oh, then go wait till September? Why you for wait till September? Waiting at the rationale for wait till September.
Then do one for the Sierra Leoneans.
Oh no, my brother, you not go convince anybody say now for the Sierra Leoneans them. Where the president?
Who are those beneficiaries of that particular bill? Who are those beneficiaries? It is journalists in Sierra Leone. Not the journalists in the UN General Assembly.
Where the president be so passionate about the Peking them, that rape business, it kind of even use emergency measure.
You compare that with that bill with that public order act. You can't compare the two.
So that's
not emergency issue. The number of rapists the way they come up now an emergency issue. How many journalists in the jail that the party and Sierra Leone? You can't compare those two issues. That rape now it deserve emergency issue. That journalism when they hold and they suppress them, you can't compare it. I don't know how many data you get for journalists that went in the jail in the country in a year, and compare to the rapists that went in the commit to that country. I know how they compare the two.
All this, my brother. How many times from where this government don't take power, Lima don't threaten people them on the air, say them go arrest them.
You know,
how many times?
You might not jail nobody.
And anyway, thank you so much for what you called, but I think you didn't miss the point where they make Naya. And you get countless measure from President Kuruma to this president, from even President Kaba. And even I make us not to just say
because for the past years, then people they don't fail. And this man they make effort. For go they can kudos. Say, oh, this man don't do something where the past they not be do. The formers they not be do. If he didn't do it, I think he deserves some kudos.
You see, that's my brother. Now the other problem that we face now this country.
11 years, Mr. Kuruma don't sit down at that city. You know, he talk, do shit about it. The man don't can a little over a year. He don't work on them. Why we not go give him kudos? We can't begin talk for time. Where are we?
Let tell you one thing, we Sierra Leoneans them for some reason we shallow-minded in the sense that we they feel say them president and a favor they do we. Absolutely not. So who's one you they say you don't try?
When Bakoma come is for 11 good years, what do? We not do our shit. We not do nothing. But when the man come, they do make up for low accomplished, low give kudos. The man come is for good 11 years. Nobody not share nothing. Now nobody man they make a fuss. Everybody don't get voice. You don't know.
All right, my brother.
They are weak. I'm just question that one. All the civil society then. The only thing where the man talking for doing that to create a lot of civil society, create a lot of platform there. And the only thing that they want to say Takoma achieve. So that'll give the man chance. I think.
You know what? Me they compare Kuruma and Bio. Not to that how they do. The Salone people that don't speak loud and clear. If they be approve of waiting Kuruma be do in the past 10 years, they know very well say tendency they say Dr. Samua Kamara for be continue in policy. Tendency day, but the Salone people may ignore. Wait.
For you, all you want to describe of human rights. Who that they describe of human rights? Now only opposition are they describe of human rights in the country right now. Trust me. Only the opposition are they describe of human rights. They try to blackmail this government. That's not the only issue in the country. That's not the way they go around in that country. Where they go tell me so they can't even compare now. Even in New York here alone, the crime where they commit now, so where they be killing the way they now, the police officer where they brutalize people there. You can't compare that to a whole Sierra Leone. But then they try for blackmail the government. And now the only people that they do that now the opposition.
All right, my brother, you know what? It look like say you did talk out of anger and stuff.
No, not to anger. What did they want on me? Like we posting they make effort, like because we all don't sit down, the country don't go down for good 52, 50, almost 58 years. And just now, everybody don't get voice. Even though when they get they make effort, now they don't want on me, I don't vote for him. Go watch time his status. I mean, text you that just now kind of having the support, but the guy they make good efforts. Low, and kudos.
All right. Well, waiting go happen. I go ask you one question, and then we'll go back to read the comments before we round up. I presume say you they work, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Usa you they work now your job.
Me not. I in New York.
Okay. No, Usa you they work now your job. You begin the work and you say, you know what, you need to do the job to the satisfaction of the description we then give. And then you say, oh, you expect your boss for patching you back, say because you try. Not so because you doing well, oh, now because you try. You go keep that job there for too long. Say, oh, but they try make effort. You go keep that job there for too long.
Like when you make effort, right? Every year, then they give award.
No. Every year, my brother, not a way you make effort. Now, when you do the job well.
Even if you can't talk say, but when you make effort, that ain't gonna make you do the job well. Now, effort they lead you to do whatever you get for do. Right? The effort they make. That's what I mean. What's the effort?
Wait. Anybody way Sabi Creole go no say we say, oh, it they make effort, meaning satisfactory. Not a well. Not a way you do something well, then go talk per Creole so you make effort. When you make effort, the meaning per Creole mean you satisfactory. You're not doing well. You're not doing well. you they try. Now that's even pakrio. You know they do the job well. You do unsatisfactorily. So at the time for tell you now say we employ them for doing well. Una not give excuses. Una not give excuses. The people that don't speak loud and clear.
That work with them guys, so they never ever do them to the satisfaction because they get limited resources. We also take cognizance of that. They get limited resources. They not get all whatever it takes for let them make the country. If anybody can we make effort, we will not say make effort. We not deprive the people them. We just want to make effort. People let they see. They not say money not in the country. The country not get no manufacture in the way they manufacture. But if you make effort, whatever little they get, they use them judiciously. You know, we they give kudos. Not also it be. Because they not get
anyway, I'll let you go because you ask the APC supporters them, then still they call Anescoma world best. So their own perception go tell you say it do a whole lot, but your own perception different. So now that make me not want for go by the perception. I want go by the numbers. I want for go by waiting they happen. So not to blame game and stuff, and like how we talked earlier on. If they allow them blame games here, them politicians here, they're not going to do the thing way we hire them for do. So, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Well, some of what you know they talk, I don't understand. What you can say, they will not come with blame game. Where in the world where you don't see say they go treat patient where they not diagnosed and where they don't know the cause of the sickness?
So what do they talk about? Tell me.
Because now they say let not blame the past officials them, right? May they not say nothing about it, or may they just go ahead and do whatever they get for do. Wait till they not do, may they not do, but they not say that they want the cause. But me no say 99% of them problems there where they carry on. So right now, if you don't build, if you don't the underground, if you don't, now something like what they call where they get an injury, that tissue injury, where somebody they wound and then the blood don't settle on that. But they see and perhaps say it's fine, but it's not fine, right? Now maybe they go on. So unless somebody come again for can pull that perhaps skin the way they do so, for let them mend that wound day, now we will know say something be there under. So but people then they say, maybe this present government, let us not do the blame game. The blame game is for diagnose the problem. Let us not go back to start without it. Right, because if they're not supposed to be don't happen, if they're not put this man in a door, the new government officer, they end up getting the tendency for thief. So may them pull this man in a door. May them diagnose the problem. Would that be don't chop boku money? Make pull up.
All right. Okay, we get another call. Let you go. Thank you so much. Let we give chance to the other caller. Thank you so much for the call. Take care. Thank you. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name and who say they call from, please?
Yeah, Mahmoud Sisa, they call from North Carolina.
Hello, Brother Mahmoud. Thank you so much for your call. Go ahead, please. Waiting on your take on waiting now the program so far. Go ahead, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to contribute to the last caller, waiting the time will talk. I don't know if he understand your direction or not. But actually, people are waiting in a salon right now. They don't know what they go on a salon. Because some of you are hearing no more on TV or people in the call. But if the Maryland know, even the people who are SL people, and they so far past the APC people, they say, president of the country. Like I say, let them know they take blame for the country. If not that is the case, no government on the way meet money in a salon. All the government is they go strive hard for make the development of the country. The excuse there, not to, like I say no more, not to international world beyond they represent, and the people of Salone they represent. At least before you can voice out, some of you are used to now pass on the international way before get information from Salone. No. Now inside Salone people for day. So people they don't even access the TV, they don't even know about international debate or the international conference so they get safe. So how do the least possible salon go benefit from them talk the day? If Nayade they can't open them talk the day. So go by rumor, third information, third word information. Because if they don't can talk Naya, me here, I send to my brother in salon. My brother in salon before they go the information, they go with a layman, you don't corrupt. Let the president go to salon and talk about rank. They can Naya do American international world. So everybody don't know say they do well. But like how they see the country they go, each government will come, they blame the other person. Each government will come, they blame the other person. But sometimes they can miss like what you did on that panel day, in the support of the APC. No, let me pull that idea there. It a call suggestion how we go come together for kick all this blame when they blame each other. No. We're not for be lazy like how they talk about. People are not for be lazy. Everybody for strong. So that country they go before. We didn't know what they go in a salon. People in the don't know more, they can't tell them. Say that something they happen. A lie. People in the suffer in that country. People in the suffer. So not let for the true blame and true say APC or SFP or no. So I think the people of Salone don't understand. As then the government then are servant to we who they represent. And now for don't get sense APC, SFP, then they blame each other. Let them try other government, but let other government let them try other government. Let them see if the other government they can begin throw stone for APC or SLPP. Because the two people that know what they throw, the two parties want to throw stone to each other. It don't make no sense. If they try, when they say they try. But the try is let the people of Salone not say that for they work. Not the international people they work for. Let the people of Salone say they work for them. Let the man not contradict the statement. You not talk say you know the work. You talk say what are coming to. It's a lot left for the cast blame on each other. Not time for work for the people of Salone. And we already are in Salone people enjoy. The body the less power in this country here. But if we would they call every day, how you don't see the people in the audience Salone? How much they suffer? Not the opposition what they suffer no more. Is that they call human rights? Not all they call human rights.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much. Let me give another person. Exactly. I think will understand the argument we are being make. But thank you for the clarification. Let me hear from another caller, another Sierra person. Okay. Thank you. God bless. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say the call from, please?
Yes, good evening, Mr. CEO. This is Nabendu from
Hello, Madam Bendu. Thank you so much. What did I take, Madam Bendu?
My own take here is from waiting at the sea where some people when they come on this platform, then they come with that parties with that interest where they get for them party or whoever they want for support, which is okay. But the job where you don't do so far, I applaud you, and the interest where you get Napoli Salone come together and be a better place. So for me, we continue on that line there, and not APC and not SLPP. But if Salone better, today I go pack me bundle and go. Today, I go pack me bundle and go. But now when Salone not better, make we all stop Uta with it. So me appeal to the people that way get Salone in interest at heart. We all continue for push for Salone in better one. That's no more other for say. But to me, it look like the government then where we get, they're constantly there on a campaign mode. If not so that, I mean, they will respect the people that will put them in power other than the people that will they try for appeals out there. But we just continue for push Salone in better one. So we all go get some side where we go say, nah, place where we want for run for go. Thank you. Now that's no more I get for say. Thank you.
And great point. Thank you so much. You hit them right there. Thank you. Because now the Salone people make the international body know him as President Bio as president. Now the Salone people give the mandate first before the international body recognize them. So you need for respect the Salone people. In fact, plenty of them policies here now the Salone people enforce for no bottom. They're not for no one by news, international news. No. You know they come unveil issues them or policies na international media. Now Salone media if for do them. Now the Salone people they rule. But thank you so much, Sister Bendu, and let God bless for that. Let we hear from another brother or sister. Thank you. God bless, Sisi. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say they call from, please?
Good evening. My concerns citizen.
Hello, concerned citizen. How are you?
Okay,
Thank
I'm
you.
doing fine.
Yeah,
I'm calling from.
thank you so much for we call. And what did you take on this issue? We did talk about a positive thing, and we just they kind of throw caveats around the news here. So go ahead, please, with your comment.
According to your program tonight concerning foreign investment, direct investment.
Yes.
My own take into this program, we are all Sierra Leoneans.
Yes.
That is one, we should always learn.
Yes.
And secondly, is for us as a citizen to stop blaming politicians or blaming each other. At this moment, we need to work as one people, not to castigate each other. Let's take for example, when Obama came into office, the economic of America was bad, a bit bad. But he united his people for them to work so that they can revive the economic. But for us Sierra Leoneans, we have this tendency of blaming each other, each other. And for foreign direct investment to come to that country, they need to see that unity. They need to see that atmosphere that has peace, not an atmosphere where intimidation or imprisonment is going on. No investor will come to that country. So my take tonight is for us to unite. Let's forget about our political parties. Let's forget about our regional section, but let's come together as Sierra Leoneans. We are seeing from other countries, look at little Gambia, despite they don't have any resources, but when it comes to national development, they all comes together. So as a Sierra Leonean, we need to come together. Let's forget about this political parties issue. Without we unite, our country will never go forward. Even if we have this program over and over, we will never go forward. We need to love ourselves. The main issue is for us to love ourselves. And foreigners will come to our country and invest. But they cannot come where the atmosphere is not favorable. No one will put his or her money in a country where there is no good atmosphere. This is my take tonight.
Great one. Thank you so much, my brother. Let God bless. And thank you. Thank you. Fambule, we almost come to the end of the program because we almost did do 3 hours. And this program, now 2 hours, we can try for keep them. And I want for, I know say, I be kind of go through the comments then, but this particular comment, I decided not for pass on them. Raminu Conte, thank you so much. He said, this guy too biased bo in the analysis. Anything Bio do na bad for him. That make him very clear. I don't think you be there the beginning. The beginning, I say, this program, this particular the Turkish investors them, if they proceed with that program, they come out as expected. It is good for everybody. And if it come out well within the next year or two, I even talk, say, President Bio, the chance for like a win election, it go high. So somebody will not like President Bio, not go say that. And I even say how it go benefit the country because less price go down. And as economist, I explain how it go down because of the automobile investment. So I say all that. I even say I'm excited over this news. And that make a siam where I go through the news and realize say this will be a welcome news for the country. One thing where I not go regret for say, I love my country past how probably I go support President Bio and former President Koroma, former President, late President, former President Kaba. I like my country pass how I go support them. I love my country pass any political party in that country there. Of course, I not believe in the none. I don't say repeatedly. I not believe in the non-ideology. Both APC and SLPP, given waiting they don't do, and waiting I don't read and how they don't handle the country, I don't believe in any of them two political parties there. So I want for like you kind of rest assured. But if President Bio they do well for push we country, 100% I will support them policies then they. And I don't give several recommendations. And I believe says they don't hear me and some thinking there, then can take me recommendations them based on my own field. So I want to let you know, say I don't get nothing. I don't even sabi and self personally. I don't get nothing personally against President Bio. But one thing where I don't go compromise the love for my country. Yes, I get Canadian passport, but I love Salone past Canada. Absolutely, 100%. I don't like Salone pass reach any other country, regardless of whose kind of condition. So I'll let you know that. My own country now they put first. Unlike some of una feel say everything about Salone is politics. So una they ask them people here, like say, you know what, now the Messiah them. So we not even need for question them. That's completely wrong. Very naive position. And I make them very clear. This is something where President Bio he campaign on. And we don't address, we don't pressure, people that don't pressure him and stuff. Look like the two-SIM issue, for example. How many times now VOS, when they be the campaign, say they go address them. But because of personal reason, because of protect their own selfish ambition, they put on a corner, there you say you get priorities them and all that stuff then they. No. Now something will be almost cause Salone for go into chaos. Because with the former APC government under President Koroma, we all know the tension where that kind of thing they create. They resolve them? No. They're all that panel during the presidential debate. So now one of the first things them where they go tackle for either make them completely say, you know what, they go remain so or they repeal them. Where parliaments don't convey. Not a different thing. They fet themselves for like Uda gets majority here and there undemocratically. So now dan they for be a priority for the country. They will not say get priority. Where they want for get power here and there. You see how far did they go? For fet themselves. Then the bread and butter issues. Where we they talk about them. Then you say, oh, the journalists they almost done jail, almost this, almost that. My brother, if them journalists them free in that country, they, President Bio, plenty of them tear away they do, not go do them. Because the journalists them then go able for make that average person understand the right thing. Propaganda go probably less. But guess what? The journalists them they're afraid. VOS beaucoup people in the tell we say they go wish VOS then a Salone. Why? And you get beaucoup journalists they were trained and everything and they Salone. But why people and they wish for the VOS go Salone? Because then they read the right thing. Now so praise politicians they wrongfully. And then you say they try. You go now your job. Then you they work under par. Like you they work below standard. Say, oh, because you they make effort. Because you they go work every day. So therefore, still accept you at the job, then go fire you. When they come to you performance, then they say, oh, this guy or this woman, they come every day in a job on time and stuff, but yet you're not able to do the job well. If you say that's sufficient for let them keep you because you they try, no, they pay you for let you work well. Let you kind of match the standard where they expect. Not so because you they try. The Salone people that don't speak loud and clear. APC, they say all kinds of things. Up till now, their supporters, they call former President Ernest Bai Koroma world best. So now you, on the other hand, oh, now this, now terrible, waiting to happen from 19 Amos, from how many years ago? But during the campaign, now be news. Not to be news. President Bio talk them clearly, the issues of the country. And they say they go fix them. Oh, they try, they this, they that. Who's can disrespect way past this? I must tell President Bio don't come abroad and engage Sierra Leoneans them. All the time. Not to foreign people them. How many times they don't cancel a conference call or a meeting, so I should say, with Sierra Leoneans them. But yet, they say, they meet with foreigners them. So-called foreign investors. Not to disrespect for Sierra Leoneans. And then you kind of, they make, oh, you don't try, you don't this. And at the same way the previous time. And now the funny argument will get, oh, Usai VOS be there and stuff. Now the right time VOS come. And VOS, by God's power, it go outlive President Bio and probably any president else will come. Because I want let VOS even outlive me. Where God direct me for like we establish VOS. So my brother and sisters, I want to make it very clear. I believe in my country. And we all go able to do something for change that country day. Then we take the last call and we go end and read the comments them before we end up tonight. VOS Network. Hello caller. What's your name and who say they call from, please?
Yes, good evening. Listener Alaji Umar from Philadelphia.
Hello, brother Alaji. Thank you so much. What's your comment on the program for tonight, sir? Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, yes, thank you so much. I called purposely for just back you because I see somebody and somebody they go back and forth in relation to a job where somebody they do a job where say he try, then they try for define particularly somebody where like they oversee and some of the way they work in highly regulated areas there. Where they see when they say somebody way for this job and you see 100%. They don't want you to try 100%. When you do 100%, then not the job done. Because anything short of, as long as now job we highly regulated, now 100% because they need results. So we get people, we as Africans, now then they don't bug me. Because when somebody to do something, where you don't place it, this is for doing 100%, where you do an enable computer, say, hey, this is try. No, it's wrong, always wrong. Don't try for adult for say people they need for do job with 100%. Because at the end of the day, when you do 100%, meaning you don't do the job. Now that you don't campaign, now that you don't tell the people that for say, wait, come, you do this job. But at the end of the day, say, hey, you try. No. We all need for open up and stop that day. And secondly, I see people that go back and forth. I want to let you understand, say, people are not going to ever stop this way where people need support by tribe. Not to politicians are the problem now. We the people are not the problem there. Because people need support by tribe. Look at the calls. They know say these people were completely support by tribe or by region which they come out. So me I don't see in the Salone system. But they help nobody. We get a few people that way they didn't look to tribe, they didn't look to region where they're very open. So even what happen, to me, I believe say that the government is getting said because the people of Salone they don't speak up. But say the executive and the parliament, the opposition for control the parliament, then the other party when are the government for control the government. But they say no, then pull the other people. So now then they set themselves now they problem there. So I just say that making me this small contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you. God bless. I sort of they smile or laugh because somebody asked if I need to support KKY, and then I just showed that. Oh my, we Salone people, Salone, we're so interesting. Okay, Sister Agnes Ulema Tubangura say KKK. You know they support no KKY, and then Elizabeth Adama Fona says it again, my dear. All right, well, like I don't say if you know the APC, you know the SLPP people them by default, if you say you the KKY. No, my brothers and sisters, the reason we can't talk too much about KKY or C4C because we'll not test them yet. But for answer the question, simply no. I need to support KKY, and I don't want to let the supporters of KKY then come at me because it's not necessary at this time. But KKY self, convince me saying that the right person for Salone. So again, I'll go na the record, but I need the support. And again, me not just want to say a Leonean, but in my opinion, it not convince me say na the right person for Salone. So I need to support KKY. I need to support no party because for some reason I'm not able to get any conviction. Say as any party they at this point looking at the structure of all the other parties them are really not convinced. Now that make a push for let we put the system in place. If the system don't in place, I don't give this example severally. Now America, the way where America is set up, they're not perfect, but the way where it's set up, you see Donald Trump, if not be Africa be president, if it be probably for past Mugabe, late Mugabe, if it be so dictatorial, a terrible dictator, now if it be. But America, because they don't set system in place and they respect the system, and no matter, even if you're not part of the political party, they're not going to support you if you do wrong. You get Republicans them. Well, definitely they disagree with President Trump. But Salone, sadly enough, you're not going to see that. So now that system then they may want to advocate for. Because we get them like how somebody be right. All their system then they in place. But then they disregard them. They're not effective. Parliament not effective. Because if Parliament be effective, but cutting the way President, from President Kaba to President Koma to President Bill, they not for be get away with it. If Parliament be effective, I decide for start with former President, late President Kaba, because now I go say the modern democratic time that modern democracy start with President Kaba. And I use the word loosely because, as a matter of fact, supposed for say former president, because we only can get one president at a time. So now therefore forgive me if I use them loosely, President Kaba, President Kuruma, and President Bill. And also we're all aware and accept, say President Bill now the current president. But from then time then if the system be there in place, where good system they in place, I like you go bring corrupt person, put another system. Because of checks and balance, you not go able for do any corrupt practice to that kind of way rampantly way it in a Salone in Africa. So that's na my own mission here. If I get any influence, now for advocate, let we strengthen the institutions then. Let Parliament be effective. Let the judiciary be effective. So that president, if he want for misuse or the constitution or kind of trample upon anybody's right, Parliament go address them because Parliament get the constitutional mandate for impeach the president if he don't do something right. And you get the judiciary where then can able for overturn Parliament's decision if then self contravene the constitution. So you see then checks and balance then there. And if the court says something or waiting, Parliament get the mandate for impeach justices like Supreme Court justices. So they put all their system here in place for let one particular body not get so powerful that feels say they can do any kind of thing. And at that we Sierra Leoneans them don't disregard. We don't allow the politicians them for trample upon we rights, and now we they feel saying a favor that they do we. No, now we put them there. Where una say clearly, the Salone people then say, enough is enough for APC forget the executive branch. What did happen? A shock former President Kuruma said APC not be win. So dear, let we respect the people and wishes, and let we know say that the people and force, not to international body, no. So we for very long Africans them. Look, in fact, I don't know if I don't see that video, they make so much rounds. One minister forget a meeting with Nigerians, then a Nigerian minister. The people and they wait for very long. And when it come back, like, he not even apologize. Where one person cut out, said, no, but it's too much for Una they continue for disrespectful. Una they disrespect Nigerians them back home, and you want come back abroad can disrespect them. You don't care about them time for wait for you. You don't even apologize. You still the waka like say you know the alpha omega and omega. So now that kind of thing they mona me. You know, as Sierra Leonean and as African, if we want for enjoy the kind luxury, the kind benefit of them place here, we need for really begin respect each other. I be so go take the last call, but this will be the Bunya call. Let we hear from this person. VOS Network. Hello caller. Waiting on your name and who say the call from, please?
And invite the call from the state.
All right, Sister Isota, go ahead, please, with your comment. You're on live. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for what take me call. I'll tell thank you to all we family that will listen and the one that we go listen later. Me, I just want to talk as a patriotic Sierra Leonean. Let we all come together. I feel say the mindset of the people them now they determine how the country will be. If people then get corrupt mind, people that like get selfish way for act, no matter what happen, now so the system go then at the country. What you mean, when majority of the population, you're not gonna be everybody, but if majority of the population mean well, for who side they live, then they go able to think in the right direction and do things where go favor everybody for living in that country they peacefully. But what I find out about we Sierra Leoneans them, compared to the other African countries themselves, where me don't visit before, I Canada state. Ghana, for example, I don't know if now for the thing that where them we don't go through before, they actually always they put their country before and then they act in accordance to a way where will make anybody in the country feel and know say they only get one Ghana. And even if election can, they not get no side for run go if Kuskas can at the place. So everybody get for stand on the ground where election can come. So because of that, then they make sure say no matter how they disagree, that person they working want to bring violence. Like how would they get violence to whistle the chap people then yadu and they I not see Andy. And at no time will be there we ever remember so we get for run out of the country where election they come. That not because of the mindset. That not means that they're not corrupt, they're corrupt. But the first thing they believe for say they only get one country, no sign not for go. Now yeah we get for day. So we make it right. So if we get for those anything bad, make sure so we think say we begin and not get any other side for go. So we wholly are fine. So let we all think in that direction. It's not wrong for let somebody criticize, even this person criticize government, not to everybody get for agree with the present government, and not to everybody they go disagree with them. And it's not wrong for let person feel the way they feel. If they voice them out, people are not for feel and take them personal. That's not a personal issue. Now the way our people then think. And if you not get people that will go criticize any sitting government, then government then will get checks and balance, and they're not going to know side and they go wrong. Now based on their criticism they also and whether they hear from other people, then go make them go know if they're in the right direction or they're in the wrong direction, or if what else they need for implement. So we the citizens that we just need for do we own job. Now we hold ourselves accountable for the things that they do with the government or the see we. Now this means just the same. And like USO, where election they come, they see the people that remember as if you first come on out and you for go to Mexico for go hide there. So now that's make them make sure say they do everything say the constitution, the law is stand. Anybody will want for create problem. If they not make get strong within self now, like this power way they empower so. But what the thing they want for bring camp so, like say for me able for implement them, like when we don't say even people don't get green card, it can just decide say this country not they enter, una not come. But then say no, you not go work. So no matter how that una put there, if una get a very strong and precise system where they work for everybody, then no matter how that can stand election, because when you not work for you well, for the system, they impeach you. So thank you very much.
Well said, Sister Isata. Thank you very much for that brilliant contribution there. Thank you. And well said. We all for put the country first. And when we do that, to me, if we all do that, it no matter who that did it. It no matter at all who that did it. And I see a couple of people and give example, and a caller also give example to Obama. President Obama, where he come, the economy, of course, by history, they say that they call it Great Recession. Now the worst recession in history, not to depression, no, because depression now way the recession don't go extremely bad. But this recession, the worst recession in history. But guess what he do? It continue first with the thing where President Bush put in place. It take a bail because then they safe now be draw. Not for bail the banks them and stuff. But it's here like say, if we not do that drastic measure there, it not go all water for always they blame President Bush. So yes, them blame President Bush few times, but where is he say the first thing will happen for the people that we follow. When they come, they say it gets so many PhDs and stuff like that. People that way don't lecture. Now them big universities them, and in fact, in chief economist at the time now be Harvard lecturer. So now somebody way very we get big name by economics, and it be get some people and self way don't write books them, economics books them, textbooks them. Now in team, but guess what? The first thing they say, you know what? Then give period. If I remember correctly, say from the time they take over, within 6 months or so, the unemployment rate go calm down. And guess what? It go the other way. 10, if they say it go calm down, it go higher. Oh, pressure begin mount on them. So it caused a situation whereby some of them people ended and decide for resign their position. Just imagine, the Great Recession. But you promise, say, you go bring the unemployment rate within this period, and instead you go the other way, people then criticize them. And what do he do? He do different other things then. Engage people them, then turn them around. And that benefits the President Trump they enjoy so because of the system where Obama put in place. They make regulations them, let banks do not go into the reckless activities then they again. Like that what they go call predatory lending. You're not going to do them again. It put system in place. So even though Obama now don't set the stage, and then policies then they don't ripe enough, President Trump, the only thing where he do is a big tax cut. That is not sufficient for let they enjoy the kind economic prosperity where they enjoy so. So the economists then no say, now the policies that where Obama put in place, now then kind of done they were don't ripe. So now continuity. Rather than blame game, and what did Trump do? Trump, the economy not be that bad. It not be even bad safe because unemployment rate to be done, they calm down and stuff like that. So what did it try for do now? It try for talk about additional stimulus for let the economy go before. So if one starts blame game, but it still say, you know what? It don't they lose this fight. Because people then they say, no, now your economy now your own administration and whatnot. Less than a year. They don't give them that long period for continue to blame Obama. It's self the one for do that. But people are making clear, say, no, this is not a politics. Fix them. You say you go fix them, you get for fix them. So that's now part of the process. You campaign, you know the problems before you go there. President Bill talk about leakages. He talk about free tax break here and there. He say he go close all their leakages. Then he go turn the economy around. He talk where in the campaign. That BBC interview me brother talk about the term ISSF say about 700 and something thousand leons for $1 £1. So that time they it's a terrible people and they suffer and everything. But now waiting at the number, it completely don't go up. So you say, oh, it be meet big all, it be no but the all, if at all now all. It be no but the economic situation, not so that he campaign on. Where that man during the debate, where Dr. Samura Kamara talk about, oh, they don't build roads, they don't this, they don't that. Waiting at the way President Bill say. He say not to roads then the people and they eat. Not to that he say. And people are all the Tiwe pull the APC from. They not say angry boku. Then when they begin talk say, oh, the whole it this, it that. But not to down the thing and they go. Now up there they go. It try. Who's wanna try? Go now your workplace and let them say you they try. If they're not go fire you. Say, oh, I they try. I me best this. If you best not good enough, then they fire you. Now we stop that, me fumble them. Now we hold them accountable. Now we put party aside. Now we put we country first. I must them na yeah. Now it na US. And so then the next thing we'll go remember is they say, oh, in the people them way it go get conference with or it go see now SLPP people them. Now Salone president. Then with all their actions then we not for really talk, for let it treat every Sierra Leonean the same, we na president for we country, and bona self. If APC, NGC, C4C come to that position, now you there for SLPP, you go want for let them treat you like that? Or rather you go want let them treat you as Sierra Leonean? But my brother, no. All this way as we they talk, you get Boko Sierra Leoneans there, we want go back. Like how we sister Bendu say. They want go back. Even me. Want go invest with small money we don't keep na. But if we they see them kind here, we not go get confidence. Can't talk to Sierra Leoneans then. You get potential investors them within the Sierra Leonean community. Call a general meeting. Like where we get we embassy na Washington. Call a conference in that area there or something. For every Sierra Leonean we go there in that area, they want go listen. Whether they ask you question we favorable or not, open them up. Let people ask you question. Let Sierra Leone people ask you question. But not dodge, say, oh, then go ask you question where you not go able to answer and stuff. Then you say you're not president for the country. So then they self over say, oh, they try. No. Now Salone people and put on there. You go here, you say, you get meeting with this investor, you get meeting with that investor there, you get meeting with foreign people, foreign media and stuff. But you don't go ever give interview with a Salone media? Not to disrespect that. Whose other advanced country go do that? It go London. It cancel on Sierra Leoneans them, where it don't put together a meeting for meet with Sierra Leoneans them. Because of the Queen birthday. You feel said then go do that? The Prime Minister of Britain go do that? Absolutely not. A council a meeting with their own citizens them, meeting where be done there in advance arrangement. And you don't even say, okay, well, after I meet with the Queen or whatever it is, do you allow we postpone? Now cancel, you cancel them. Hey, Paul. Then at this kind of thing for say, then you go tell me about Koroma, we're not in a power. Anyway, Salone people, one thing we may go end with, this I go still see them as a great news for not just the SLPP government, but the Sierra Leone government. Then foreign direct investment here, particularly the Turkish investment. If that materialize, it will bring the price of rice go down, it will help with exchange rate, and things them because of na Salone, their activities then they happen, it will bump up with GDP, and at the same time, it will provide jobs for people them. So 100% approve. The only caveat during the time where I be they read the thing, say it not go be any cost to the government. That's not true. It go be there would be cost to the government if then give them a tax break, tax incentive, or then say okay, well, we go subsidize whatever portion of the activity. They want and then are spending. Then call them indirect spending. So let us not say it not go cost the government nothing. So then they safe now something will not for they buy. Will not for they accept that. And the president and in team for come outrightly and say, you know what? We go spend this on this activity, but we go create 20, like how they say, they expect for like create 20,000 jobs. And what in that go mean? It go mean say money in our pocket, una go take care of una family, so it worth for low get and tax break. Nothing wrong with that kind of argument today. But let us not continue for mislead the people and say not go cost the country anything. So now some of them tear for call them too. But Parliament will they expect for like they give we understanding of some of them deals here. Then they do the work. So we fumble them. Let we continue for pray for we president. I want to tell una plenty thank you with una family. Let God bless una with una family. Let God bless the VOS family. And as una see, I get smile all over because I'm no say I get for the face them tough situation here. For talk, not to for argue them, but for talk to we party brother and sisters them. We so party loyal and they say they elect them country first, but I not believe so. I can question that kind assertion they say they elect them country first. I don't believe so. Because if una elect una country first, una go definitely speak out and things that when they go right, we all go try for fix them as a family, as a kind of Salone people. And I don't say this severally. The SLPP motto is in place. One country, one people. That's a very good motto. So dear, let we all do that. Let we see Salone as one country. And we as Sierra Leoneans, let we see ourselves as one people. Dear me brothers and sisters. Dear, now pillar they appeal to now. We all, let we know, I don't believe say in my own lifetime, we go back under colonial rule. So what did that mean? Not to the West, not to foreigners them get for make Salone for we. So let we know fool we self. That for them foreign investors, they all what they try for bring so and stuff. Look the time where business be they go well, where Ebola come, they all not gone away. But with Salone people and be get side for go, then deal with them. So now the same thing again with these foreign investors then. If they see say the economy go down, then they run away. Now me and you too, we not get no other side for go but we country. So why you not forgive priority to Sierra Leoneans them, try for talk to them, let them go back home, let them go invest. Rather than you spend so much time for go after foreign investors them, where they prove fruitful, where it's just futile. So there, me they appeal. But again, no matter what, me believe say God pass all. Let God bless una with una family. Let God bless the VOS family. Let God bless we co-presenters them. And let God bless the president because I know the papa of the nation. If he not succeed, now the country, now they go behind. If he succeed, now the country they go before. So let us pray for them within cabinet. Let God touch them, then do the right thing. And the parliamentarians them, let God touch them for let them do their work. Let them not just there for say yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Let them really, because not only the president puts them there. Now the people then puts them there. So the need for work for the people. Let God direct them that the right path for let them work for the people. And let God bless them. Let God bless the judiciary. Let us pray for the judiciary. Let God touch their heart and for let justice reign in that country there. Because we say justice no there, peace no go there. So let the country continue for be peaceful. Let justice there. And we all, as I say, let God direct we. Let we all be one country, one people. Dear, I beg una, for the sake of Mama Salone, we will always pray and cherish. No place, they wake me past sleep safe. No place, no the way I go dream of. We go past Salone. Salone, na me heaven on earth. So Fambul and Lord pray for the one and only country where we get, where na Mama Salone. I want for again take this opportunity for tell una all thank you. Na tough discussion, even where supposed for me, I be say it will be light discussion. But interestingly, na Salone, you know, ever get light discussion. I mean, they feel say, you know what, this news for we all for embrace and gladdy for, but people then twist them in a political way and it become heated. But I like that. This na VOS, everybody in voice matter na this particular forum, this particular platform. Una can disagree with me and I'm so glad nobody insult me. And una thank you for, I want to thank una all for that. And I hope say I don't insult anybody. I disagree with you, but not to me intention for insult anybody for whatever reason you believe say I insult you, I apologize. But I don't intend for insult anybody. Yes, I go disagree with you. I go disagree with some of the policies them, but I don't go ever insult whether or not the president or any public official, not even any say public officials them, but I don't go insult Sierra Leoneans at all. So dear, let we pray for the one and only country where we call Mama Salone. Until then, me na Abdul Karim Kagbo, the CEO and founder and CEO of VOS Network. And until Thursday, we will come with another episode of Salone Issues. Tomorrow by 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, stay tuned. And we get the health show. We will come to live from Salone because we present Adena Salone and a Salone again for present from. And Madam Salome, when the health show host, it will come with another episode of the health show on VOS Live. Tune in 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, that's New York time. And for the people that within Freetown, it will be 7 p.m. on our time. And the one that within the UK, it will be 8 p.m. on our time. So until then, take care and let God bless we all and we Mama Salone. Again, for me, Abdul Karim Kagbo, tata.
You can be my brother. You can be my friend. Have you been looking for a place to get quality education but don't know how or where? Canadian College of Modern Technology, situated at 1 Silicon Hills, Mile 91, opposite former Camp Charlie, is the right place for you. Canadian College of Modern Technology, an affiliate of Dala University, is a fully accredited college with a Tertiary Education Commission, TEC, and a National Commission for Technical, Vocational, and Other Academic Awards, NCTVA. We provide world-class tertiary education in computer science, business administration, mass communication, business information technology, Microsoft Server Administration, networking, database administration, building and construction, and other professional courses. Apart from its conducive environment, which makes it suitable for learning, Canadian College of Modern Technology is proud of its experienced local and international staffs. Come and experience a transformational learning environment, fully equipped with CCTV cameras, a world-class electronic library with the latest iMac computers for collaborative learning and research, and access to high-speed internet service throughout the campus. And guess what? Canadian College of Modern Technology is the first college in Sierra Leone to operate the first educational purpose-only television and radio station for its mass communication students. Come and be part of this this historic experience, we have reserved a space for you. You want to know more? CCMC provides 24 hours electricity from a solar harvest power supply system with a backup generator. This highly secure campus also have a canteen, student hostels with clean pipe-borne water. Canadian College offers many more amenities for our students to help make learning a good experience. For more information, contact us on these numbers: 079-630-407 or 099-140-208. If you want to succeed, Canadian College will exceed your expectations. Canadian College of Modern Technology, a place where career begins.
Cotton Tree Pharmacy is your new trusted provider of pharmacy services in Sierra Leone. You can count on Cotton Tree Pharmacy for genuine quality brand name and generic medicines. Guaranteed refills for prescriptions issued by doctors in Sierra Leone or abroad. Door-to-door medication delivery service in Freetown and beyond. Free health education. Have you heard about our Diaspora Medicine Connect? With Cotton Tree Pharmacy's Diaspora Medicine Connect, anyone can pay for your prescription online. Bring your prescription to 17 Pademba Road. Collect an invoice. Send your invoice to your sponsor in the diaspora. Your sponsor pays for your prescription online. We deliver your medication to you. For quality prescription and medications, visit Cotton Tree Pharmacy at 17 Pademba Road in Freetown. Have questions? Call our pharmacist on WhatsApp at 030-611-664 or visit our website at www.cottontreemedicalgroup.com. Come to Cotton Tree Pharmacy. We are ready to fill your next prescription.